China Institute, hit the beat. 100 years, still on our feet. East to west, we move as one. Century 2 has just begun. 100 years we shine. Hey, 200 and next in line. Hey, culture, friendship, future bright. The future starts tonight. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, China Institute tonight. 100 years is great.
200 will be greater.
The brilliant engine A robots dance.
The future is here. The future starts tonight.
Hello! What a wonderful way to start the evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're joining us this evening, take a seat. We're going to get everything started. Let's hear it for Engine AI Robotic Technology Company and our beautiful human dancers, Meng Wang and Kara Eichen. Thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause, everyone. And we also want to thank Evan Yao, the owner of Engine AI, for sending his amazing robot all the way from Shenzhen. Evan, where are you? Do I see you, Evan? I just wanted to know if that robot does the Macarena. Does it? It'll learn. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, good evening and welcome to China Institute of America's Centennial Gala, celebrating 100 years of bridging cultures. My name is Kelvin Moonlow, and it is my great honor to be your host for this once-in-a-century celebration. Here in this iconic New York City venue, under this beautiful skyline, we have this gorgeous skyline. I think it's the Chrysler Buildings over here. We've got the Empire State Building. And we're here to honor China Institute's remarkable past and take our first steps together into the future. Folks, 100 years ago, almost exactly to the day, China Institute was founded here in New York City by 4 visionary American and Chinese educators, John Dewey, Paul Monroe, Hsieh, and Kuo Pengwen. They believed that culture, education, and people-to-people exchange could build understanding between America and China. Now, 100 years later, China Institute's mission has reached millions of people, providing insight, knowledge, and cultural awareness that goes beyond the headlines. Few institutions reach 100, fewer still remain so essential. Your contributions have made the difference, creating a global impact that inspires progress. We are deeply honored this evening to be joined by distinguished ambassadors, diplomats, leaders in business and culture, great artists, and dear friends from around the world. Thank you. Thank you to all 650 of you that are here this evening. It has made this evening a completely sold out night. That's why everybody is so excited in this room. Getting everybody seated, everybody comfortable in their seats. I want to say hello to table 16 really quickly. It's table 6 right in front of me. Table 5, got the close-up view for the robot this evening. And I just want to thank you all. We're packing you all in, and we're so grateful that you're here this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the future begins tonight. And now, it is my great privilege to welcome to the stage your gala chair this evening. Without her tireless dedication to the China Institute, this celebration would not be possible. Looking east or looking west, she is always looking forward to a brighter future. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome beloved humanitarian, entrepreneur, and cultural icon, the one, the only, Hsieh Khan.
Okay, you. I lost my speech. This is serious. This is serious. Where is my speech? Hey, this is terrible. We worked a whole year for tonight, and I lost my speech. Oh my God, this is terrible. Calvin, you're supposed to say that I work my butts off, right?
Oh, yes, I wanted to say, she worked her butt off to make the celebration happen this evening. Everybody, I just want you to take a look. How beautiful this Hsieh looked this evening. We are in a room of absolutely gorgeous Chinese people, Chinese Americans, and our friends. I was watching everybody walk in this evening looking absolutely gorgeous. But honestly, take a look. This is the famous Cipriani. We're so happy to have you here. We have 70 tables here. This is double how many we had for our Blue Cloud Gala just last year. So we're just so happy you're here. Are you ready?
I found it.
And the show can commence. Once again, Hsieh Khan.
Aww. Thank you, Calvin. My butts are still here. Now, everyone, in your biggest voice, can you tell me how old is China Institute? That's right, you're right, you pass. Yes, 100 years. There are not too many 100 years, right? When I have my 100th birthday, would you come? You know, 100 years. A moment like this will never happen again in your lifetime or mine. So tonight, let us celebrate and let's have fun all the way to the end. We are very deeply honored to have with us Ambassador Hsieh of the People's Republic of China, Consul General Ambassador Chen Li, Ambassador Mohammed Abu Shahab, and the Consul General to the Consul General Amna Al-Muhari. I'm really bad with these names. And Noah Latif of the Foreign Policy Association. Thank you all for joining us. Tonight is also very personal to me. My whole family is here. My three sisters from all over the world, my brother-in-law and my nephew, and I have a lot of family members by choice. I am surrounded by friends of more than 30 years, including Hsieh, Angela Chen, Christy Farrar, Vera Wang, Han Fang, Steve Ollins, and Susan Goodfriend, and so many beloved friends here. I know I'm missing a lot of you, but let me quickly. Tian Ling, Sally Shi, Sheldon Peng, Andy Zhu, Carrie Chang, Xu Ting, Shining Song, Cecilia He, Sally Wu, Lucia Wang, my lawyer, David. And I am especially touched by friends from those of you really who have traveled long distances from around the world. From Shanghai, two of my gorgeous Miss Universe Chinas, Jinye, and and also Rosalind. Where are you? You have to see how beautiful they are, okay? Shirley Lim and Bao Jin Sen, they're also from Shanghai. From Hong Kong, Amy Chen. From Nanjing, Sophia Wang. And Hangzhou, Rosa Tan. From Hungary, Dan Dan. From Singapore, Wu Yanan. From Brazil, Winston Ling. From Vancouver, Kiki. And from Hawaii, my heartfelt mahalos to Jerry and Lucy Guo, the Palmers, Ginny Chu, former First Lady of Hawaii, Vicky Cayetano, and Princess Maria Kawananakoa. I know, I must have missed a lot of you. Please forgive me. My memory is a little bit bad with 650 guests, but know this, each of you here is very special. And not just only special to me, but special to China Institute. You are being here really tonight means the world to me. I want to also recognize two of my role models, Anna Chang and Sophia Shen, who have served China Institute far longer than I have. I've only been involved with China Institute for 10 years, but honestly, the China Institute I came to know 10 years ago was not the same one that you see today. And I'm sure our longtime friends, these are the longtime friends, Chen Guoqing, Ansel, Yvonne, Ingrid, Zhou Chen, and Ginny Kempsky will all agree with me. Many people ask me, Hsieh, why do you work so hard for China Institute? My answer is very simple. As a Chinese person, if I don't promote our deep and rich Chinese culture, what should I promote? In fact, it seems like that's the only thing I have done in my whole life. 3 years ago, a wonderful gentleman, George Ge, joined us as CEO. He built a terrific team, a dream team, and they work like a dream. George, we thank you so much, really. But because all of you here, all of you, China Institute is ready not only to honor its first 100 years, but to begin its next 100. Now let me introduce you to my co-chair tonight. My co-chair, Lin Zhang, a fantastic financial manager, a member of our board and head of our finance committee. She's going to tell you something that will surely surprise you. You have your
Thank you, Hsieh. We are very careful not to step on each other's dresses.
Where is your speech?
I don't need a speech.
Shit!
I'm here.
Oh, I mean, my God, she doesn't need a speech.
I'm telling you, I have never met a woman who say SHIT more than Hsieh. But she says it as she get everything done. So look at this fabulous room full of you glamorous people. Thank you for being here. So I am very proud to be a member of the Board of Trustees for the China Institute, and I'm deeply honored to be the co-chair for this spectacular event. So I think as we step into the 100-year mark, we need to take a walk down the memory lane to look at our history, to look at how we started, to look at the birth of China Institute. So raise your hand if you know how China Institute was first established. Some hands, not enough, not enough. So you say, I'm going to tell the story, if you don't mind. So when I first joined the board, I think, well, China Institute was established by Chinese leaders, like Hu Hsieh. And that was a myth. I was wrong. China Institute was established by two American scholars, John Dewey and Paul Monroe. Both have spent time in China and was very intrigued by the Chinese culture and the Chinese history. They realized back then, we're talking about 1926, back then, many educated Chinese knew how to speak English, but very few Americans knew anything about China, its history, its culture, and its philosophy, its civilization. So they decided, we're going to do something about that. So they wanted to establish an institute that focused on the culture and education exchange. They later recruited two brilliant Chinese students who at that time studied in Columbia University. And right here in New York, Columbia University, I know I see some faculty from Columbia. Yes, Columbia University. Hu Shi and Guo Bingwen. So now think about that. They had an idea. They had the people. Where is the money? Right? As we Chinese always say, money is not everything, but without money, you can do nothing. 金钱不是万能的，但是没有钱是万万不能的。So here comes the most fascinating part of the entire story of our birth. Anybody here know boxer indemnity? 庚子赔款. So this is the part of history Chinese are not too proud of, because this is when Chinese government was forced to pay foreign power for a war fought on Chinese soil. If you don't know about the box indemnity, this is the time after this event, to have a heart-to-heart conversation with your AI to find out the facts. So after United States got the money, they actually returned part of the money to China to enhance, to promote cultural and education exchanges. So John and Paul were very persuasive. They told the United States government, some of this work of the education and the culture exchange could be done right here in the United States. So this is where they got the money. They have the idea, the people, and the money. And here is how China Institute was born. What a fascinating story, because the birth of China Institute itself is a process of transformation from conflict to education, from indemnity to understanding, and from history to bridge building. Is it? Do you know why it's important for us to think back about this history? We need to always keep in mind that China Institute was never established by any government. It was established by scholars, educators, bridge builders to enhance the education and culture exchange. And 100 years later, it is still an American nonprofit organization and is serving the same mission. Now think about the status of America and China 100 years ago. Think about the status of China and America, United States today. We were like this, now we were like this. So our mission is ever more important for the next 100 years. So thank you all for being here to supporting this great mission. Thank you. So now, my job is to introduce George, our president. There he is. Our CEO, George.
Thank you, Lynn. Good evening. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us in celebrating this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, the Centennial of China Institute of America. For 100 years, as a venerable U.S. nonprofit organization in New York City, China Institute has been a vital resource for all who seek to seek a deeper understanding of China's unique history and civilization. Family audience, art lovers, educators, and students all participated in our unrivaled arts and culture, education, and culinary programs. Now, throughout the history of China Institute, the trustees are guardians of our founding promise and the backbone of our governance. Tonight, I would like to recognize all our current trustees who are with us. Please stand when I call your name, and please hold your applause. Our three co-chairs, Yusai Kang, Kent Swig, and Pete Walker. Our co-vice chairs, Anla Chen and Sophia Shan. Our treasurer, Xiao Zhang, and board secretary, James Hsieh. Now, our trustees, Kathy Bloomgarden, Ling Chen Zhang, Ron Diamond, please stand. Julian Ha, Ruth Jing, Brandon Lee, Lucy Xiang Li, Goretti Liu, David Messer, Bob Niederlander, Catherine Pan Giordano, Julia Grimes Wardolph, Jun Wei, Hank Wu, Mei Xu, Yang Lan, and Patrick Yi. Let's have a round of applause to thank our trustees. Thank you. We also like to thank our former trustees who are here with us. They are Millie Chan, Chen Guoqing, Jen Debevoise, Ingrid Ehrenberg, Coco Han, Jeannie Kemsky, Annie Liu, Yuan Ning, Yvonne Wang, and Jenny Zhu. Please join me in thanking our former trustees. And I would like to thank all China Institute staff and volunteers who made tonight's program possible. Thank you. Over the past several years, China Institute has entered a period of renewed growth and transformation. We have strengthened our governance, expanded our leadership, and thanks to you, our supporters, we are able to enhance our financial foundation. Your generosity helped to make a difference in our society and to foster cross-cultural exchange and understanding between the American and Chinese people. Personally, it has been a life-changing experience for me, as I've had the tremendous honor to lead this institution for the last 3 years. Tonight, while reflecting on the journey that brought us here, we now embark on a new one, our second century of mission and purpose. And we shall do so with confidence in the enduring value of our mission and a clear sense of purpose for the years ahead. Thank you very much, and it is now my great pleasure to introduce you to someone whom I have known for more than 25 years, our new president, Dr. Jing Yu.
Thank you, George. Wow, what an honor. I feel not only incredibly privileged, but also deeply humbled to carry the torch forward. 100 years, that's the strong testimony of dedications of generations of people
Not only the people who work at China Institute, but the trustees, our donors and sponsors, our friends and family, and more importantly, the community that we aspire to serve. But tonight is not only a celebration of history, it also marks the beginning of the next century. At a time when the world is becoming more deeply connected, but increasingly divided, our mission to deepen the understanding and bring people together through culture becomes more important than ever. We must ensure our next generations is inspired and engaged as we are building the better environment for them. And with today's technology, I'm sure we can make much bigger impact beyond the physical space. I hope that you will all join China Institute as members and enjoy our various programs throughout the year. With that, may I invite you to turn your attention to the big screen to have a special look at our story. Thank you.
If you want to help shape the future, China Institute is where to go.
We're not just an institution, we're a bridge. The first 100 years built the foundation. The next 100 years must build the future.
Founded in New York City in 1926, China Institute of America is the oldest nonprofit organization in the United States devoted exclusively to Chinese culture and education. For 100 years, it has done something both rare and profound. It has helped two great civilizations see each other more clearly.
These two countries are the two most important countries in the world today that will shape the course of world's development and the stability.
It's critically important with the two largest economies of the world that they understand one another. More so today, frankly, than 100 years ago.
China Institute was founded by four visionary scholars: John Dewey, Paul Monroe, Hsieh, and Guoping Wen. They believed in a bold idea that understanding begins with people, meeting eye to eye and heart to heart. Over the past century, that idea came to life in unforgettable ways. In 1930, Peking opera master Mei Lanfang transformed how America experienced Chinese art. In 1943, First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt spoke to Chinese students in New York, offering hope at a pivotal moment in history. And in 1944, Henry Luce gave the Institute its home, China House, a lasting symbol of cultural exchange. Within those walls, artists, scholars, and global leaders gathered, ideas were exchanged, and understanding grew. But China Institute is not only its history, it lives in what it does every day.
China Institute has spent its entire history focused on cultural dimensions. So we teach Mandarin, we teach calligraphy, we've taught Chinese culture, Chinese history.
For a century, more than 100,000 students have studied at its School of Chinese Studies. And today, learners of all ages continue to discover language, culture, and new perspectives.
These types of cultural exchanges are so important for a teenager like me. It helps you realize that we're all connected. There's always something that you can find in common with other people, and it's a great way to bridge cultural divides.
Its gallery brings 5,000 years of Chinese history to life, while programs like Discover China Through Art connect new generations to that heritage.
Culture must be alive. It cannot just sit in a museum or in a classroom. It must sing, dance, cook, dress, perform, and touch people emotionally.
Across the Institute, a vibrant calendar of events continues to build bridges, from conversations with leading voices in culture and global affairs, to celebrations like Lunar New Year, to signature programs such as Women Who Dared, Fashion Night, and next-generation gatherings that inspire future leaders.
The common mission for SINGS is based around philanthropy, this idea that we have to make a tangible and meaningful impact.
China Institute's Culinary Center, the only professional teaching kitchen in the United States dedicated to Chinese cuisine.
Chinese food is a wonderful conduit to bring the audience together and to understand our culture.
Culture opens the heart before politics closes the mind. That's why sharing Chinese culture is so important now.
Today, from its home in Lower Manhattan, China Institute continues this mission as a place of trust.
China Institute is a place where both Chinese and Americans can hang their hats in a neutral zone, and that is why China Institute is so important today.
In a world that can feel increasingly distant, understanding is no longer a luxury. It is essential, and perhaps that is the true legacy of China Institute. Not only what it has built over the past 100 years, but what makes it possible for the next. Because the future of our world will not be shaped only by power, but by how well we understand one another.
I hope China Institute will continue to be a place that helps future generations navigate an increasingly interconnected world with wisdom, curiosity, and humanity.
Tonight, as we celebrate a century of bridging cultures, the next 100 years begin tonight.
Happy anniversary, China Institute! Happy 100th anniversary, China Institute!
生日快乐！
百年生日快乐！
Happy 100th anniversary!
生日快乐！
As Hsieh said in the video, culture must be alive. How incredible is the China Institute? Just wonderful. Now it is my great honor to introduce Ambassador from China to the United States, Ambassador Hsieh.
Distinguished Ms. Hsieh Khan, Mr. Kent Swick, Mr. Peter Walker, Mr. George Ge, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, good evening. As the China Institute of America celebrates its centennial, I wish to extend, on behalf of the Chinese Embassy in the United States, our warmest congratulations. Happy birthday. And I would like to express our deep appreciation to friends from all walks of life who have long supported cultural exchanges between China and the United States. A century of winds and rains has only made China Institute more steadfast in its founding mission. Since its establishment, despite shifting international circumstances and ups and downs in China-US relations, generations of its Chinese and American founders and successors have upheld the mission of bridging cultures and fostering understanding. With vision and unwavering dedication, the Institute has taken root in New York while reaching across the United States. Working tirelessly to bring our two peoples closer together and build a cultural bridge across the Pacific. A century of dedication has borne rich fruit. As one of the longest-standing institutions in the United States devoted to introducing Chinese culture, China Institute has been both a witness to and a driving force behind mutual understanding and the mutual trust between our two peoples. In the 1930s, China Institute helped facilitate the historic US tour of Peking opera master Mei Lanfang, which sparked a lasting fascination with Chinese opera in the Western world. During the World Anti-Fascist War, China Institute organized the distribution of emergency relief funds to Chinese students stranded in the United States. With the support of then First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt, it also helped encourage the US government to provide scholarship assistance to Chinese students and scholars. These efforts added a profound and moving chapter to the friendship between our two peoples, a friendship tested through blood and fire. A century of progress has made China Institute a true leader in cultural exchange. At critical moments in China-US relations, cultural exchange has often led the way, quietly deepening friendship and fostering a favorable atmosphere for bilateral ties. From internationally acclaimed exhibitions of ancient Chinese art to Chinese language education and teacher training, from Teach China and China Fashion to Taste of China, the Institute has worked tirelessly to bridge differences and deepen mutual understanding. They have helped present to the American public a real, multidimensional and comprehensive view of China, bringing warmth, vitality, and fresh momentum to China-US relations. A century of cultural inheritance has given rise to ever new brilliance. An exhibition commemorating Mei Lanfang's historic American tour recently opened in New York, bringing back to life the splendor of that landmark journey while presenting to American audiences the beauty of the Eastern artistic traditions that Mei embodied. It is not only a resonant echo of history, but also a tribute to exchanges and mutual learning between Eastern and Western civilizations in the new era. As time moves forward, China's economic, social, and cultural development continues to flourish. Interest in China is growing from becoming Chinese to China Maxing. The desire of the Chinese and American people to reach out to each other is strong and unstoppable. I sincerely hope that in the years ahead, more Mei Lanfangs of the new era, artists who combine the grace of tradition with the vitality of modern times, will shine on American stages, writing a splendid new chapter in the friendship between our two peoples. Dear friends, 2 weeks ago, President Xi Jinping and President Donald Trump had a successful meeting in Beijing. Together, they agreed on a new vision of building a constructive China-US relationship of strategic stability. A towering tree that flourishes for 100 years draws its strength from deep and enduring roots. Today, as we arrived once again at a historical crossroads, we need more than ever before to seek common ground, to forge ahead together. People-to-people exchanges are more important than ever before. I sincerely hope that as a bridge for cultural exchange and mutual learning, China Institute will carry forward its proud heritage and continue its dedicated efforts in its next 100 years. May the Institute contribute wisdom and strength to the shared endeavor of China and the United States to find the right way to get along in the new era, one grounded in mutual respect, peaceful coexistence, and win-win cooperation. I wish tonight's Centennial Gala a full success. Thank you.
I have a surprise. We just got it this morning. Thank you, Evie. Where are you, Evie Evangelo? I am so grateful for you because you helped us secure a very special proclamation. A proclamation, as you know, is a ceremonial document issued by the city to recognize and honor an important cause and occasion. And here it is from Mayor Mandani. Woohoo! In this proclamation, the mayor says, New York is the proud home of a thriving population of Chinese Americans who have strengthened our neighborhoods and enhanced our rich social tapestry. And I'm greatly honored to serve as their first Asian American mayor. He says he's Asian American mayor. Today, I am delighted to welcome everyone as the Chinese Institute of America hosts its Centennial Gala. He also recognizes China Institute of America's 100 years of work, our gallery, cultural center, language school, lectures, and programs in business, culture, and education. Let me read a little bit more, okay? He says that as a city that immigrants helped build and one strengthened by our many unique histories and shared experiences, New York has always belonged to the world. I applaud the China Institute of America for all it does to elevate Chinese New Yorkers, promote their dynamic heritage, and bridge the gaps between our communities. Is this good? Isn't this fabulous? Thank you, Mayor Mandani.
It is now my pleasure to welcome to the stage a filmmaker, writer, and a noted actor, first introduced to us in The Last Emperor, but my personal favorite was when she was in David Lynch's Twin Peaks, and China Institute's ambassador, the illustrious Joan Chen.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. As we consider the immense challenge of bringing China and America together that drives the mission of China Institute, there is no disputing the fact that the pivotal moment in the history of this effort was the first visit of President Richard Nixon to Beijing. Just as China Institute is synonymous with using cultural diplomacy to bring us together, the Nixon family is synonymous with the epochal role of diplomacy itself. It is an immense honor to present this award to the Nixon family. Represented tonight by Christopher Cox Nixon. Here is a video about that legacy.
On July 15, 1971, President Nixon requested time on national TV.
The announcement I shall now read is being issued simultaneously in Peking and in the United States. Knowing of President Nixon's expressed desire to visit the People's Republic of China, Premier Chou En-lai, on behalf of the government of the People's Republic of China, has extended an invitation to President Nixon to visit China.
The effect was electric. The idea was almost unimaginable. The Washington Post said, if Mr. Nixon had revealed he was going to the moon, he could not have flabbergasted his world audience more. The Cold War was raging. In Southeast Asia, China was North Vietnam's ally, and Richard Nixon's credentials as an anti-communist were long-standing and impeccable. But in the fall of 1967, Nixon wrote a seminal article about Asia after Vietnam. Taking the long view, he wrote, we simply cannot afford to leave China forever outside the family of nations. There's no place on this small planet for 1 billion of its potentially most able people to live in angry isolation. In January 1969, in his first inaugural address, President Nixon confirmed his determination to change America's policy toward China.
We seek an open world. A world in which no people, great or small, will live in angry isolation.
On February 17, 1972, after 2 years of secret and delicate negotiations, the President and First Lady were on their way to China. Premier Zhou Enlai was waiting at Beijing. In 1954, the U.S. Secretary of State had snubbed the then foreign minister. Nixon wrote in his memoirs, "I knew that Zhou had been deeply insulted by Foster Dulles' refusal to shake hands with him. When I reached the bottom of the steps, therefore, I made a point of extending my hand as I walked toward him. When our hands met, one era ended and another began." A few hours later, the President met with Chairman Mao Zedong. The 79-year-old leader was in frail health, but the lively hour-long meeting included philosophy, history, and banter. At the Great Hall of the People, the President and the Premier exchanged toasts.
Said in your toast, the Chinese people are a great people. The American people are a great people. We have at times in the past been enemies. We have great differences today. What brings us together is that we have common interests which transcend those differences.
After President Nixon returned home, Clare Boothe Luce told him that 1,000 years from now, they will say of you, he went to China.
Thank you.
I'm supposed to clap.
Yes.
I'm supposed to take pictures.
Oh, pictures. Okay,
yes,
great.
Pictures. Where? Okay.
Here we go. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for this wonderful honor to be introduced by Joan Chen. That is such an honor for me, so thank you so much. And such a wonderful honor to be honored by the China Institute. Normally, I'm as a board member of the Richard Nixon Foundation and grandson of Richard Nixon, I'm a little bit more used to giving out the hardware, not receiving the hardware. So this is a little bit unusual for me to be holding it and to giving a speech. I have to get used to this, so maybe I'll put it here. New experience for me, but thank you so much. It's really, really a pleasure to be here, very much an honor. I know when Hsieh, how wonderful is Hsieh, by the way? Thank you so much for everything you do. When Hsieh and Janie Fong asked me to do this tonight, I said, absolutely, but I have one condition. This isn't an honor for me. This is an honor for my family and for Richard Nixon. And it was Richard Nixon who opened the door for this great relationship between China and the United States. And look at everything that has happened in the 50 years since that video, since that handshake. What a great difference it made in the world. So for me, the honor is for my grandfather. It's not for me. I'm too young. I have more life to live. Maybe in 50 years, I'll have earned the honor from the China Institute. At the 150th anniversary, maybe I can accept an award for what I've done. But anyway, I want to just share some thoughts on my grandfather. So first, I'd like to thank the China Institute for this extraordinary honor, this extraordinary evening. Congratulations on 100 years of building bridges between our two great nations. It's humbling to stand here tonight because the recognition you offer reaches back across more than half a century to a week in 1972 that quite literally changed the world. My grandfather landed in Beijing on February 21st of that year, and I have so many friends in this audience. As a grandson of Richard Nixon, you get a lot of Chinese friends. So there may be some Chinese friends who know this, but the 21st of February is my mother's birthday. My grandfather landed in China and called my mother to wish her a happy birthday from Peking. Imagine that for my mother. Quite an exciting, let me see, that must have been about her 24th birthday. Over the next 7 days that ensued, my grandfather traveled to Hangzhou, Shanghai, met with Chairman Mao Zedong, as we saw on the video, and Premier Zhou Enlai, and ended more than 2 decades of silence between the United States and the People's Republic of China. To understand what that took, you have to remember what the world was in 1972. America was still fighting in Vietnam. Nuclear tensions with the Soviet Union were dangerously high with America as well as with China. China had been cut off from the West since 1949, 22 years in which our two peoples, nearly a quarter of humanity between us, barely spoke at all. My grandfather saw an opening. He called his approach triangular diplomacy, a strategy to ease the rift with the Soviets, reshape the global balance of power, and prove that pragmatism could prevail over ideology. But even more importantly, he felt that it was immoral to leave a billion of the world's most able people, as we saw the quote, in isolation. And my goodness, look at the contributions that China, Chinese people, and Chinese Americans have made because of that opening. That is an extraordinary accomplishment. But the strategy alone is not what endures. What endures is the architecture that my grandfather built. Every president since 1972, Republican and Democrat, has worked within that architecture. They've expanded it, contracted it, mended it, tested it, but not one of them has had to build it from scratch, because my grandfather did that work. The diplomatic normalization of 1979, the trade ties, the scientific and educational exchanges, the cultural connections, including the two giant pandas that arrived at the National Zoo and captured the heart of a generation of American children, including me, all of it traces back to that week in February. My grandfather wrote years before the trip that the world cannot be safe until China changes, and that our aim should be to induce change. He understood even then that isolation was not a strategy, engagement was, just like the engagement that the China Institute engages in. And when he finally stood on Chinese soil, he put it this way: we have great differences today. What brings us together is that we have common interests that transcend those differences. While we cannot close the gulf between us, we can try to bridge it so that we may be able to talk across it. Bridge it so that we may be able to talk across it. That, to me, is the sentence that captures everything. He did not promise to erase our differences. He did not pretend that the two nations would become one. He promised something harder and more honest: a bridge, a place to stand and to speak. That is exactly what the China Institute has been doing for 100 years. Long before 1972, you were teaching Americans about China and welcoming Chinese voices to America. You were building the bridge before there was a diplomatic road to carry it. Tonight, our two countries face tensions, new questions, new uncertainties. The work of bridge building has never been finished, and in some seasons, it feels harder than ever. But I take heart from my grandfather's example and from yours, because it is the lesson of 1972 that even after decades of silence, even across the deepest gulf, people of goodwill can find a way to talk across it. On behalf of my family, and in honor of a president who believed that dialogue was the beginning of peace, thank you, China Institute. Here's to your next 100 years of building bridges. Thank you. Thank you.
Now it is my privilege to introduce newly elected member of the China Institute Board of Trustees and the president of China Institute's Next Gen Sarika Initiative, Brandon Lee, as well as China Institute's co-chair, Peter B. Walker.
So Neil couldn't join us tonight, but we'll watch a video message from him in a moment. But we do have with us today David Firestein, CEO and President of the George H.W. Foundation for U.S.-China Relations. David, please join us on stage. So we're going to get a profound history lesson tonight among those who, like China Institute, worked in the spirit of bringing together China and America and did the most to make that happen. The name George H.W. Bush immediately springs to mind. One of my favorite stories about first diplomatic posting to China is the advice given to him at the embassy when he arrived and asked what he needed to do right away. Get a bicycle. And he did. He and Barbara rode around Beijing on their flying pigeon bikes, endearing them to the Chinese people. That is the kind of engagement that makes this award, which I'm pleased to present tonight to the Bush family, so special. While Neil couldn't be with us, he did send a video message.
For 100 years, China Institute has played an important role in fostering understanding, dialogue, and cultural exchange between American and Chinese people. My father, former President George H.W. Bush, believed deeply that lasting relationships between nations are built person to person through openness and continued engagement, values the China Institute has long championed. As you celebrate your centennial and look toward the future, I want to extend the Bush family's warmest best wishes for the next 100 years. Congratulations on this remarkable achievement.
So we'll just do a quick trophy presentation. David, would you like to make a few remarks? Yeah.
各位领导 Actually, no, I'm not going to speak in Chinese this evening. But if I have the honor of coming back sometime in the future, I will do that. I want to say that on behalf of George H.W. Bush Foundation for U.S.-China Relations founder and chairman Neil Bush and his family, and on behalf of my fellow founding and current members of the board of directors of the Bush China Foundation, I am very deeply honored, humbled, and extremely grateful for the honor that the China Institute has bestowed on Neil and the Bush family for the contributions that have been made over so many decades to this incredibly important bilateral relationship. Neil said it beautifully, but I just want to be very brief and add a couple of important points. President George H.W. Bush fundamentally believed two things about the U.S.-China relationship. Number one, that this is the single most consequential bilateral relationship in the world, and I would add, in the history of the world. And number two, that virtually no global challenge of any consequence can be effectively or enduringly advanced, let alone resolved, in the absence of some modicum of functional and constructive cooperation and collaboration between the United States and China. And those two ideas that were central to the thinking of President George H.W. Bush are central to the work of the Bush-China Foundation today. And what occurs to me is that those ideas are central to the ethos and spirit of the China Institute as well. And I want to say how much I personally respect the board, the leadership, the staff, and the incredible work of the China Institute to build understanding of China in this country, something that is so desperately needed today, and to build and nurture an ever stronger U.S.-China relationship. In these regards, there is complete alignment in the ethos of the China Institute and the mission of the work of the Bush-China Foundation. And I just want to say how much I and all of us at the Bush-China Foundation respect the work of the China Institute. I congratulate all of my dear friends at the China Institute on reaching this incredible milestone, your 100th birthday. And I personally look forward, and our organization looks forward to deepening our collaboration over the next 100 years as well. Thank you so much. 谢谢大家. Thank you. Thank you.
We've now set a precedence. Everybody must speak Chinese at this podium. It is now my pleasure to introduce China Institute co-chair Kent Swig. I'm talking to you, Kent. You better start with Chinese. And with him is newly inducted board member all the way from San Jose, Lucy Lee.
So thank you, Kelvin, very much, and it's wonderful to have you back again this year. Good evening. First of all, it's my pleasure to be here at the podium with our new special board member, Lucy Lee, and congratulations on joining the board. We're all very thrilled to welcome you, and it's also a privilege to be up here with a fellow Northern Californian, so that's a wonderful thing. Before I start, I just want to mention happy birthday to my friend Gary Levi. So, Gary. Okay. And no, I do not stutter, but Stephen and Stephen Rockefeller, please join me up here on the stage. If one looks up the word philanthropy in the dictionary, you'll most certainly find the Rockefeller family name. The arts, education, and so much more in the United States would be dramatically different without them and their family. Many in this room know the name Rockefeller and is beloved in China, where they can be found, their name can be found on hospitals, educational institutions that they have founded and or supported over the years. It's exactly this kind of cross-cultural diplomacy that's the hallmark of the mission statement of the China Institute. So it's my great honor tonight to present this award to the Rockefeller family and my friend Steve Rockefeller, whose deep love of China extends to the study of philosophy, calligraphy. So let's watch a video for a moment about the family.
Dad, our son Stephen III and I together offer high congratulations to the China Institute's 100th anniversary for, like the New York Rangers, a founding in 1926. The three of us also thank the China Institute for remembering our family's long-standing alliance with China by including us this evening amid this most distinguished set of honorees. In characterizing a particularly exemplary facet of Stephen's grandfather's life's work, Dad's furthering of the Confucian-Dewey dialogue stands uniquely in having inspired the two of our inquiry and resultant appreciation for this synergy of thought portending a looming new world order. That horizon, upon pillars of these two profound traditions of communal harmony and the relational self, will manifest a planetary landscape so specialized in comprehending that our joy stems from the joy of others, that our natural environment will be fully nurtured not by dogma, but by the full obeisance to the fast principle of society as fellowship. It could be argued that Dad's inheritance of conservation, as pragmatic by Dewey while cultivated as with Confucius, went born also 100 years ago in the summer of 1926, when the family of Mr. and Mrs. John D. Rockefeller Jr. first visited the majestic Teton region in Wyoming. There they distressingly found in the valley, beneath the jagged peaks, the encroachments of ramshackle structures and litter. Mr. Rockefeller's son Lawrence would in time assume the mantle of his father's vision for the logical preservation of that land, and in service receive the Congressional Medal of Honor. Just as Uncle Lawrence so exquisitely for Dad exemplified leadership in the fashion of interdependence, Dad likewise has invested virtually all of his long-standing intellectual might toward the inevitability of a more compassionate and polycentric order. That world order will, like the Enlightenment movement itself, require generations for local and viral expansion. This evolution, we pray, will soon yield, by evident necessity and the failure of imperial states, to a Confucian-Dewey advancement. We might refer to this prospect as the collaborative, the reciprocal, the participatory, the empathetic, the relational, and in being channeled from the best of the East and the best of our West, the elegantly synthesized.
And then we have a third for,
right. I'll take that for that. This is first. Oh, that's mine. There we go. Too many Steves. Okay, yeah. Stephen's going to say a few words.
Stephen.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, everyone. First and foremost, I want to thank the China Institute for giving me the opportunity to accept this award alongside my father. Just what an amazing moment. Thank you. I also want to thank all of you for taking the time to be here at this very special event and such a beautiful evening. Thank you all. It was actually 50 years ago that my great-grandfather, Vice President Nelson Rockefeller, my dad's grandfather, hosted an event at the Plaza Hotel to honor the China Institute. It goes without saying, my family and I are so appreciative and thankful to have inherited an amazing legacy that started from those that came before us. And I think Nelson's relationship with the China Institute was a great example of not just his public service, but the family's dedication to bridging cultures and bringing people together around the world in education. And clearly, it's hard to find an institution that does that better than the China Institute. So again, thank you all for giving my family and me the opportunity to accept this award, and hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Well done, Steve. Well done.
All right, how's everybody's dinner tasting? Everything good? They serving some good Chinese food out there? No? Chinese food, please. Right at the table. Dim sum in the morning, party all night. All right, and now I am pleased to welcome to the podium our China Institute Co-Vice Chair to present an award to the Honorable C.H. Tung. His son, Andy Tung, is accepting on his behalf. Please welcome the fabulous Anna Chung.
I think, good evening, everyone. I think there's a contagion going on because I also lost my speech. But I've been rescued by Dr. David Ho, thank you, David, and his Mont Blanc pen. So I wrote it on the back of a coat check. So I'm deeply honored to be honoring C.H. Tung. He's a friend of myself and also Committee 100. We're joined by Regional Chair Peter Young tonight. And C.H., every time he came to New York, would call all of our members and say, we have to talk about U.S.-China relations. In my mind, there's no one who cared as deeply about U.S.-China relations as C.H. Tung. He was also dubbed the Kingmaker because he was an influential shipping magnate, and he founded the Hong Kong Foundation, and which eventually founded many leading tycoons, which is a word that's frequently used in Hong Kong for those wealthy magnates. He was also the family founder of the Orient Overseas Container Line, and as we know, their family became one of the wealthiest in Hong Kong. Aside from being a businessman, before he became the CEO, the exchequer of Hong Kong, his main focus and policy were in housing, education, and the elderly, which really built Hong Kong. I am so deeply honored to be honoring C.H. Tung. His leadership reflected dignity, wisdom, and a deep belief in dialogue and understanding, values that are central to the mission of China Institute. We are deeply honored to recognize this pivotal figure in our history this evening. He was central to the peaceful transfer of the handover in 1997. Thank you for being here tonight to honor C.H. Tung. Andy, we are honored to have Andy Tung join us.
Hsieh, George, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, deeply honored to have this opportunity to join this Centennial Gala celebrating 100 years of the China Institute of America. I'd also like to express a deep appreciation for the Institute for honoring my father, C.H. Tung, who unfortunately couldn't be here himself tonight. For those of you who know my dad, as you could see in the family photos as well, he's first and foremost a family man. He's also one of the hardest working people that I know, intellectually curious in all sorts of things, and always focused on finding long-term solutions for hard problems. He is also a patriot, extremely proud of the rise of China during his lifetime. And he also believes deeply in the betterment of the lives of the Chinese people. At the same time, he also has a fondness and a deep love for the US. He spent his early professional life, as well as his early years raising a young family while living here in Boston and in New York City. And it was through these experiences that he really learned to appreciate the United States. I might also add, and let me apologize to the New York Knicks fans here today, he is a diehard Boston Celtics fan till today. He understood the significance of 1997, and he worked tirelessly as Hong Kong's first chief executive to implement the one country, two systems concept and to lead Hong Kong into a new era. He served his nation with pride, conviction, and confidence. And as has been said so eloquently by so many speakers before me, he also truly believed that the relationship between China and the US is the most consequential relationship in the world today. And that while there are differences between these two great nations, that it is to the benefit of both countries and all of its people to find a way to work together. He believes in policies that are rooted in principles and champions better communications and mutual understanding. He spent much of his time after his work as the chief executive and founded the China-US Exchange Foundation in Hong Kong exactly to promote this. There are many here tonight who have done a great deal for their countries, and specifically for the US-China relations. The China Institute itself, of course, has contributed so much over its last 100 years. Should my father have been able to come and participate here today, he would, I'm sure, express how honored and deeply humbled to have been included amongst this distinguished group. Thank you very much.
Let's keep it going for Andy and Anla, folks. What do you say? Yes. Good evening. I am the 47th speaker on stage tonight, so we have no one left backstage to introduce me. But my name is Pat Tully, and I am your auctioneer. It is an honor and a privilege to be back here tonight for all of you to raise some big money in honor of 100 years of China Institute. Now, be careful because the waiters are coming around, but when you walked in at your tables, you all received a paddle. And I'm gonna have my photographer come up on stage right now and get a gorgeous photo of all of you. So would you please reach down and grab your paddle right now? Do not worry, it will cost you absolutely nothing for about the next 30 seconds. Then it's gonna get very expensive because we're raising big money for our programs. And then I'm gonna be back later after these great items that I have now, and we're going to talk about our programs as well and raise money for those. So if everybody right now could reach for that paddle and put it up in the air, let me show you how to do it. Here we go. Paddle number 640. Thank you. If you wouldn't mind standing up and being our model to show everyone how this is done. Can we give her a big round of applause? Come on. Everyone, do as she is doing right now. Please keep standing. And our photographer is here. We're going to get a photo of everybody. This is going to go up on our social media. Come on, everybody. I need everybody right now. We cannot do this if you're not all behind me. Look at that. 702, 706, 321. Everybody, look at this side of the room's doing it. We're going to tag each and every one of you on our social media posts. So come on. Let's get every paddle in the air right now. Look at this room. There we go, 344. Thank you, number 400. Come on this side of the room, 676. Here we go, folks. Yes, this is what it's all about. I've got some amazing opportunities. Thank you, 450. Look at this room here. Here we go. So what do you say, 705 and 792? Who is ready to go big for 100 years of China Institute? Come on, let me hear it. Whoa. Now that is a Thursday night New York City crowd. Welcome. Here we go, folks. And our first item, we're going to have a lightning round here. We got some incredible, thank you to our friends at Diamond Hong for this. It is a 4-bottle set of Mao Tai, a collector's package. We've got the Mao Tai 15-year. We've got the Qichou 100 milliliter. We got the Qichou Mao Tai 375 and the Mao Tai Fight 10 500 milliliter. All of this, folks, we're going to go up in $1,000 increments. We're going to move fast and furious with this auction. Ken Swig says, I'm in for $5,000. $5,000 it is. Now $6,000 it is right here. Now $7,000. $8,000 is the bid. 8 is the bid. Now $9,000. Ken is back. Now $10,000. $10,000 it is. $11,000 is the bid, folks. 11 is the bid. We have $10,000 right now. Looking, Kent, you've been outbid right now. Yes, he's upset about it. He's throwing his napkin. We have 11,000. Or the waiters are also waving like this with food. No, the waiters are not bidding on the Mao Tai. You are safe at $10,000. Do I see 11,000 right there at number 796? Is that $11,000? Is that a confirmed bid? Yes, 11,000 it is. Now 12,000 it is. Now 13,000. 13,000. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, my friends. I've got a $12,000 bid looking for 13,000. 796, are you back at 13? Do I see 13 anywhere in the room? If not, 12,000 is the bid right now. There is pandemonium going on the floor, making sure that everybody raising that, their waiter is just saying, come to, look at this, we've got 9 hands in the air. You're still safe at 12,000. They're just saying, bring the beef over here. 12 is the bid right now, raise the paddle. Fair warning, selling once at 12,000, selling twice and at 12,000. Oh, 13,000, right there, she's in. She's in. Now 14 it is. Let's go 15,000. 15 is the number we need right now. Can we get some encouragement? I need everybody on this side of the room right now. What do you say? We've got 14,000. Yes, she needs the encouragement. She's loving it. We have 14. I'm coming into the crowd now. Do I see 15? Tell her this is a bargain.
It's a bargain.
It's a bargain. Did you hear that? At 15,000, we have them all here. You get to take them on. 15 it is. Now 16,000. Do we see $16,000 one more time? If not, I've got a $15,000. This is very funny with all the waiters raising their hands. Not a bid. 15 is the bid right here. Selling once. 15. Selling twice and at 15,000. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Sold right here. $15,000. Thank you very much. Can I have that paddle number? This table right here. Yes. 705. We have our winner right here at table 13. And our staff will be coming around to you. They are very athletic. They'll be making their way. There we go, folks. 15,000 to start off. Now, another great package. Here you go. We got 4 bottles of the the Wuliang Ye. How'd I do? Yes, again, brought to us by Diamond Hong. A rare opportunity to get 4 incredible bottles. This is the 30-year with its richness and refinement. This was known as the Grand Cru of Chinese Baijiu. Here it is, folks. Once again, this is the 30-year, 500 milliliter, the Panda 500 milliliter. Not only that, we got the 15-year 375 and the purple 375. Opening bid for this, and you saved all that money just before. How about 4,000 for this one? 4,000 is the opening bid. I have 4,000 right there now. 5,000 here. 6,000 is the bid. Kent is back. 6 is the bid. 7,000. Kent, I appreciate you standing. It's a crowded room. 7,000 is now the bid we're looking for. 7,000 is the bid. 8,000. Kent, are you back one more time? He's back at 8,000. Let's hear it. Come on. $9,000. That's not a bid right there. This is very funny. We're competing with people ordering food and so on. 8,000 is the bid. Looking for $9,000, my friends in the back of the room. Do I see $9,000? I can't give this away at 8, but we do have to move on. We got lots of great items. Kent, this is the bargain you've been waiting for. Do I see? See, that's not a bid, Kent. You see what I'm talking about right there. Do I see 9,000 anywhere? This is not. No, you like the other one. 8,000 is the bid, selling once. 8,000, selling twice at 8,000. What a bargain. Sold right there, Kent. What is that number? Want that paddle raise one more time. Paddle 340 right here. You just saw Kent on the stage. You can't miss him. Here we go. Moving right along. You guys have been outstanding. We've raised over 23,000 so far. We're just getting started. Now, you saw those gorgeous bags in the back of the room. Here we go. We're going to get into them right now. This is from the Alta Moda Collezione from Dolce & Gabbana. Oh, yeah, the 2 of them. Here we go. It's a rare opportunity to own one of these dazzling pieces. This is not just a handbag. This is a miniature work of art, and here it is right here. Check it out. The bag is right there. Not only is it entirely handmade in Italy by master artisans, every detail reflects this craftsmanship. And of course, it's finished with a faceted chain inspired by fine jewelry, singular, collectible, and exquisitely crafted. The Alta Moda clutch is the timeless elegance of Dolce & Gabbana, a statement piece. Who's in for $7,000 for this? 7 is the bid, now 8,000. 7 is the bid right here, looking for $8,000 right now. A once-in-a-lifetime bid. Get a look at it right here. 7,000 is the bid. The value, folks. Come on, you can't even get this bag This is a clutch. This is the quintessential New York clutch. This is the New York clutch handbag. That's what it is called. $7,000 is the bid. Now looking for $8,000 for a once-in-a-lifetime. You don't have to wait for this. People are waiting years for this. You have the opportunity to take it home right now and benefit China Institute of America and our 100-year gala. $7,000 is the bid. Looking for $8,000 right now, folks. $12,000 value we have here, and I'm offering this at an $8,000 steal right now. You can't get a better deal on eBay with that, and it benefits China Institute's programs as well. Do I see $8,000 anywhere in the room? We love it at 7. 8 is the number we need right now. There's $8,000 right there. Thank you very much. Let's call this a $10,000 bid. Don't lose your, the waiters are coming around. I will take $9,000 as the smoke clears here. Is 9 better? And then we just saved you $1,000. How does that sound? 9,000? Oh, you're in for 9,000. That sound good? Okay, that's fine with me. 8,000 is the bid right now. You can save that money. Now you have credit. You have $8,000 credit for something else. You feel much better now. Here, I'm just going to wipe off that brow right there. He's thought he was about to spend $10,000. 8,000 is the bid. If I don't see 9,000, again, the value, 12,000. Raise that paddle up high, friends, up top. 8,000 is the bid. Friends, I hate to give things away. Gonna have to sneak back up here. Look at it. See it for the last time because it's about to trade right here at an 8,000 bid, selling once. 8,000, last call for handmade craftsmanship by Dolce & Gabbana, selling twice. And at 8,000, this is sold right here. She's very happy. Paddle 450 at table number 3. There we go. Thank you to our lovely model helping us out tonight. We appreciate it. Now, this next item. Everyone was talking about this. Everybody saw this. This is a unique, exclusive, limited edition, incredibly limited small production from Duncan Peak Vineyards. Thank you to our friends at Duncan Peak. It is 6 bottles of the Hsieh Khan wine collection. Now, not just 6 bottles of this wine, which is very, very limited. Comes in a beautiful wood case. The case is signed by Hsieh. Each individual bottle to the winner will be signed by Hsieh. She's right here with me. Not only that, my friends, each bottle has a different and unique image of Hsieh right on there. So you get all of that. And the wine, we haven't even gotten to how great the wine is. It's made from 100% organically grown grapes from Duncan Peak's Vineyard Estate property. And I will say this, Duncan Peak, Friends, I know, buzz. Shh. Duncan Peak, my friends, is an organic vineyard and one of the oldest, owned by a Chinese-American family. On top of all of that, crafted by 100-point winemakers, Cale Anderson offers rich flavors. All of this can be yours. Limited edition case of 6. Hey, I wouldn't mind taking this home myself. I'm in for $3,000. Who's in for $4,000 right now? One of a kind. Each bottle will be hand signed by her and the case as well. $3,000 is the bid. You heard her before. You were inspired by what she said. $4,000 is the bid now. Now looking for $5,000 right now, friends. Let's go. $5,000 is the bid. 6 bottles. $5,000 it is right there. And now $6,000 right here. $7,000 is the bid. Do I see 7? I've got 6. $7,000 is the bid. Coming down into the crowd here. We've got $7,000 is the bid right now. Looking for $8,000. We've got 2 tables back to forth. Up top, how's everybody doing up there? $7,000. She's excited. She cannot wait to bid. $7,000 is the bid right now. 6 bottles. And Hsieh will do a personal visit to your table. We have 7,000 right there. I had 8,000. I had another bid right in this area. It was somewhere in this general area, right around where the fish was being hit. There's 8,000 right there. Now 9,000, 10,000. As she's enjoying her steak, cutting. 9,000 sounds good? 9? Yes, yes. $10,000. It keeps getting more expensive. I've got a $10,000 bid. Do I see 11,000 anywhere in the room? If not, 10,000 of my friend right here selling once. 10,000 in paddle 4, 2, 7, selling twice. And if 10,000 this case is, hold on 1 second. Would you match that generous bid at $10,000? And if we did that, that would be $20,000 for China Institute to celebrate and commemorate 100 years. And we'll get you another case of 6 bottles. And Hsieh will make a personal handshake right here at the table. Does that sound good? That sounds good. It is sold here as well at 10,000. Paddle 597 for 10,000 and paddle 427. Each of you is going to take home a case of wine. Hsieh, come visit your new wine owners right here. They each want a case of that wine. 12 bottles. Maybe they'll even open one and share some with me tonight. Here we go. We are moving fast and furious, my friends. Thank you. Next item up for bid. Yes, back to those beautiful baubles you saw over there. The Cartier Love Experience. Who couldn't use a little more love in their life, right? Who couldn't? Great to see you again, by the way. Friends, here we go. It is a private New York mansion experience donated by Cartier, and here is the necklace. Thank you to Lin Chen Jiang for this beautiful donation with Cartier. This is the love pendant, an enduring symbol of love. You cannot, you're early for next Valentine's Day or for the next birthday or for the holidays even. You cannot get this anywhere else, and it benefits China Institute. Are you kidding me? All of this, 18 rose carat. They're like, give me the details. Sure. 18 carat rose gold, set in 54 brilliant cut diamonds totaling 0.34 carats. Pave love. And there's more, not just the gorgeous necklace, the winning bidder and 5 friends, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you are going to get a private, bespoke Cartier New York Mansion Experience Tour with Lin Chen Jiang as well. This is an elite elite occasion, mutually agreed upon occasion as well. All of this can be yours. Who's in for an opening bid? We're going to go up in $1,000 again. Who's in for $6,000? 6 it is now, 7,000 here, 8,000 there, now 9,000. 9 is back right next to you. Unbelievable. 10,000 it is. Now 11,000. 11,000 one more time. We got 11,000 right there. She's outbidding herself, friends. That is the generosity of China Institute. 11,000 is the bid. Now looking for 12,000. My friends, are we back with a bid? Can we get some encouragement for these guys? Put their hands together. They want the experience. You can't get an insider tour of the Cartier Mansion. You can't just roll up there and be like, we'd like to buy some jewelry at a tour. And they're like, no, that doesn't happen unless you know our friends at China Institute. 11,000 is the bid. Keep an eye on them. Do I see 12,000? This is a priceless opportunity right now, and I'm offering it at a mere 12,000, which is like, you're going to spend that on champagne at the after party anyway. Spend it now and it benefits China Institute. 11,000, my friend. Can you confirm your bid one more time? You got lost in the sea. Up there he is. She's right there, number 507 at 11,000. If I do not see 12,000, say goodbye. This is the last time you're going to see it. It's on its way out. 507 at 11,000, selling once, selling twice. Fair warning at 11,000. This once-in-a-lifetime opportunity is sold to number 507 right there, center of the room. We have our volunteers right there. Thank you once again. Moving swiftly right along. Now, shh. Let me ding, 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 ding. Friends, shh. Our fabulous Consul General of China in New York, the one and only Chen Li. Yeah, we love Chen Li. He is providing a dinner at the consulate. Thank you, Ambassador Chen Li, for this unbelievable opportunity. You and 9 friends are going to come see the artwork, get the tour, get behind the scenes, and have an opportunity for an amazing multi-course dinner, which, I don't know, Hsieh, are we serving Hsieh wine there as well, perhaps? Maybe. No, she's like, no, I sold my wine tonight. We have no more. But all of this can be yours. This is something you cannot purchase. You cannot get anywhere. Think about this for your friends, for a big birthday coming up, but a great opportunity to immerse yourself in Chinese culture with the ambassador, with our consul general. Who's in to start? Hey, am I allowed to bid on this under New York State Auctioneer Rule 5.3-? Thank you. That's the one. I'm in for $5,000. Who's in for $6,000 for this one? 6 it is now. 7,000. 7 is the bid now. 8,000. 8,000 is the bid now. 9,000. 9 is the bid. 10,000 it is right there. Let's go. 11,000 is the bid right now. 11 is the bid. Chen, this is unbelievable. 11,000 it is again. Outbidding themselves. People are falling over themselves for generosity tonight. 11 is the bid. Looking for 12,000. There's 12,000 right there. Now it's 13,000. We've got a 2-horse race happening here. 13,000. Now 14,000 to you. 15,000 right here. $16,000 it is. Now 17,000. One more time. She's back. 18,000. She won't put that paddle down. 19,000. Are you with us? Can we get some encouragement for this table right here? What do you say? $19,000. She's in for 19. Now it's $20,000 for a once-in-a-lifetime dinner for 10. Everybody will Venmo you $1,000 at the table or so. I know my friend wants it. Your friend wants it. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to make it. Hold on. Here's what we're going to do. And Consul General, I'll ask for forgiveness later. But what if we could do 2 dinners? So your friend could get one, and then you could get one as well. And we double the money. You get your own dinner for 10. She gets her, you would buy another one. So at $20,000, sound good to you? So that $20,000 to paddle 426. And if you will match that bid at $20,000, you get your own dinner for another $20,000 and China. You will do another one. She's in. Paddle 310. So that's $20,000. Thank you very much. $40,000. Oh, okay. All right. All right. I think we just one dinner. Okay, I think so. Yeah. All right. Hey, let's hear it for those fabulous bidders, folks. Come on, put your hands together. Let's hear it, and thank you to our Consul General. Here we go. From New York to Japan. This is building bridges once again, folks. East meets west. Here we go. This is Kumamoto, Japan. 4 days. 3-night retreat for 5 people. 5. He's ready to go. Look at this stunning opportunity. Thank you to our friends at Meihodo. I can almost feel the Zen getting in me right now. I can feel the yoga retreat. I can feel it all happening right here. Shh. I'll give you the highlights. You can see them up on the screen, but it's a 4-day, 3-night stay, 5 guests with food and beverage. Don't forget about that. You got the intimate journey of the history of the Meihodo Narakatang Museum of Literature, authentic 2 days of culture. You pick from 4 to 5 activities. She wants this one. 4 to 5 activities. Follow along in your program as well. You have taiko drumming. You've got karate. You've got tea ceremony. You've got so much happening. And you've got an exclusive tour of Mount Aso as well. This is outstanding. And it includes private round-trip ground transfers from Aso Kumamoto Airport as well. Opening bid for this one. Let's keep this going here. Who's in for $8,000 to start this? 8 it is now. 9,000. 10,000 right there. 11,000 right here. Let's go. 12,000 here. 13,000. 14,000 is the bid. 15 is the bid. I got 14 there now. 15 now. 16,000. I need a smile though. He needs to be excited. Need to be excited. There he is. 16 it is. 17,000, and she's standing to be recognized. 18,000. 19, you weren't kidding about the next one. $20,000. 20 it is right here now. 21,000. 21,000. She's back at 21. 22,000. Can I get some encouragement, my friends? Right here. I need you to send it right here to this top table. We've got 21,000. She's standing. 22. He's back. 23. 23,000. 23,000 it is. Now 24. 24. One more. She's in for 24. She was waiting, and then bam, pounce. Now 25. She sat down. What happened? Your dreams are being killed. No, this is the opportunity. This is a once-in-a-lifetime trip. $25,000 is the, he's in for 25. Now looking for 26,000. They're out. They're out. I think it's 2 folks left in it. Do I see 26,000? Is your friend back in at 26,000? If not, 25,000 is the bid in the front of the room. 26, she's back. 27, I know, heartbreaking. Let it happen, he says. I'm out, throws in the towel. You're gonna need that napkin though, don't throw it. 26,000 is the bid right there, selling once. 26,000, selling twice. If I don't see it, fair warning at 26,000, this is sold right there at 26,000. Paddle 3. So I can give another one to him. Okay. I have some unbelievable news for you. They have their trip, but the generosity and the kindness of this cultural icon and philanthropist, she's offering one more trip if you will match that bid of 26,000. Yes, I need the paddle in the air to make it official. Can you say yes? Yes. Will you say, can we get some encouragement for him? He needs it. Can I see the paddle in the air to make it official? And it's sold right there, paddle 635. You saw your generosity knows no bounds. I take the credit for it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mariko. Thank you, Thank you, Mariko. Thank you, Mariko, for your wonderful donation. Thank you for 2 trips. I guarantee you guys will love it there. Love it there.
I think Mehodo is right in the back of the room. Thank you, Mehodo. We are grateful. We're grateful. $52,000 we just raised, folks. Let's hear it. We're flying. Now, back to the fashion. Here we go. The pink Capuchins Mini from Louis Vuitton. Bring the Louis. And a wardrobe change as well. Look at this. Friends, this is the quintessential exceptional collection. This is from the coveted Exceptionals collection, real name. Calfskin, embroidered with multicolor sequins, jewel-like handbag, feminine, playful, and unmistakably chic. Look at that, we're getting a close-up right of the bag, too. On top of that, not just the bag, folks, wait for this. A private appointment for 4 people at Louis Vuitton's 57th Street Maison apartment. You can't get in there. You can't buy your way in. We get you in there. On top of that, thank you to our friends at Louis Vuitton and Lin Chen Xiang for this as well. Friends, on top of that, a special luncheon at Louis Vuitton. I didn't even know they serve food there. I figured if you spent a lot of money, they'd give you some canapes and some champagne. But lunch for 4 people and I think you have your accessory for that. Yes, I don't know if you were whistling because you want to bid or telling people to be quiet. So either way, Namaste. Thank you very much. Here we go. Friends, all of this, the lunch, the private tour for 4, and the handbag, all can be yours. Priceless opportunity. Who's it? Hey, I've got a big birthday to buy for somebody. I'm in for $5,000. Who's in for $6,000? Damn, I'm out. $6,000 it is. Now 7. Now 8,000. 9,000 right here. 10,000. 10 it is. 11. I got that with my peripheral. I saw that. $11,000 is the bid we need now. We have 10. Looking for 11. My friend, you showed us how to raise the paddles in the beginning, and now you're doing it again. 12,000 it is right there. She went 11. You went 12. Now $13,000. 12. We have 13 in the corner. Do we need it? We have 13 over there. Kent, somebody in your area over there, I think, please raise a hand or a paddle in the corner. It's going to be hard for me to get back there to talk to you if not. No, we do not. Okay, we've got 12,000 right now, looking for $13,000. You can bid too. Pictures cost $13,000, by the way, right now. This is a limited edition opportunity. We've got a $12,000 bid. Friends up top, how we doing up there? You guys are doing great. 13 is the bid right now. A once in a lifetime. 13, she's back at 13,000. Now we need 14,000. I've got 13, looking for 14, maybe on the other side of the table. You know, they were friends when they arrived, but I don't know about afterwards. You can share the bag on certain days of the week. But remember, the tour is for 4 people. The lunch is for 4 people. The bag, there can only be one. 13 is the bid. If I don't see 14,000 anywhere in the room, I mean, it's a $14,000, $15,000 and beyond package, but I'll give it away if you're going to make me. At 13,000, selling once. Fair warning, she's gone. Oh, she's behind me. 13,000, selling twice. You're going to let this go? She's going to let it go at 13,000. This is sold right here at 13,000. Paddle 640.
This is Miss China. This is Miss China.
Oh, my friends. Standing next to me is Miss China, by the way. How about that? You guys are like, get off the stage. Just let.
She is also not just Miss Universe China. She was also number 4 in the final competition worldwide. So she was amazing. Rosalind.
Rosalind. Yeah, let's hear it for Rosalind. She's been doing a great job. And Rosalind wouldn't mind going to lunch with you guys, right? Yeah, she likes lunch at Louis Vuitton. Who doesn't? I didn't know they served it. All right, thank you. We are moving on to our artwork portion of the program. Okay. All right, the artwork is on its way back. While it arrives, here we go. This is, I may need your help with the name of the pandas. How am I doing here? How about, that's not working. Here, you want to use this?
Hey, you guys, I just need to, I'm so sorry. I'm not the auctioneer. But I must tell you, shh. Shh. We have worked very hard to bring you these wonderful, wonderful things. Even if you don't buy it, I want you to know about them. This belongs to, it's a work of Zhang Huan, one of the greatest Chinese artists, greatest Chinese contemporary artists. Zhang Huan is a very, he's so big. In New York alone, all the museums, from Metropolitan Museum to Guggenheim Museum, MoCA, everyone from Louis Vuitton Museum to every museum in the world has Zhang Huan's. Don't go away. Where are you going? Where are you going? Well, anyway, can they put it in here? I want them to see this. You know, during the World Expo, during the World Expo, Zhang Huan created 2 amazing, amazing artwork, 6 meters long, 6 meters high, 6 meters high. And it was when it was first created, it was a talk of town. It was so magnificent. This is made of stainless steel, and it was shining. I will tell you that afterwards, Zhang Huan only made a few pairs, and I want you to know what I did. Well, I'm a collector of Zhang Huan. So Sophia is also a collector of Zhang Huan. Zhang Huan has donated this to us. This is not for sale. This is an edition of the artist. When he gave me 2 pieces, 2 sets of very much smaller, half a size of this, twice to my charities. The 1 year I sold 1 pair, small, half the size of this, for $150,000. I don't know how much you guys are going to pay for this, but this one is twice as much as the one that I auctioned off. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you guys like this. I want you guys to get this for your home. This is something extremely special. Okay?
Yes, thank you very much. Yes.
Oh, wait, I forgot. This pair is called 和和谐谐, and it means harmony and peace. Harmony and peace.
The names of the pandas are, am I saying this right? Her, and Hsieh?
谢谢,和和谐谐. You guys must buy this for your home. I have my pair in my home.
Yes. And these two, let's give it up for our handlers. They won't let me touch these items. They're so personal and they're such delicate pieces of art that they cannot put them on the stage. So get a good look at them. We're going to sell this really fast before they drop them. So who wants to go? We're going to open $5,000 increments for a one-of-a-kind piece, not for sale, only here. Thank you for making this happen. Who's in for an opening bid of $50,000 for this right now? $50,000, and you will have a piece that is also, as you heard, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Museum of Modern Art, the Guggenheim, the Saatchi collection, Louis Vuitton collection. Everyone, $50,000 is the bid right there. Paddle 5, 6, 5. $55,000 is now the bid. 55 is the bid. We're moving fast because their arms will give out, folks. So we're on the clock. 55 it is. Do I see $60,000 one more time? To my friends in the back of the room, can we get them some encouragement right now? Do we have $60,000? The value of this value is well over 100. In fact, there's 60,000 right now. Thank you. Now 65,000. We've got 60,000, 65. I think you guys can rest your arms now. You've done a great job. Let's hear it for them before they pass out. 60 is the bid now. Looking for $65,000 right now, friends. If this was an auction at Sotheby's or Christie's, you'd be seeing this. In fact, a smaller pair of these two, those are 6 meters tall. Smaller pair sold for $150,000 for a smaller pair that did not benefit China Institute in our 100th anniversary. I've got a $60,000 bid right now. And hey, if you put this on eBay tomorrow and get $150,000, just send that extra profit back to China Institute if they can understand. 60 is the bid. Looking for $65,000 for my friends back there. You started us off. Yeah, you're waving. That's a $65,000 wave. Or you're waving at Hsieh. Yes, it costs you $65,000 now to wave in this point in the program. $60,000 is the bid. Do I see $65,000? Again, friends, we have a bargain on our hands. This is a collector's month. $65,000 it is. Now $70,000. $70,000. 70 it is. Now $75,000. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. 75 it is. $80,000. $80,000 for these two pandas. And we won't, we'll get them to you. Fine art, shipping. We won't make you throw them in the back of the Uber to get home tonight. I promise you that. I'm looking for 80. Can I get some encouragement, friends? We need it right here for 80,000. She's in for $80,000. Now let's go 85. 80. He's back at 85. $90,000 for this package. You know the value. This is an incredible moment in time. If we were down the road at Christie's, yeah, 90,000. Does that sound fair? Yes. One more time at 90, because I know where he's going next. Does that sound fair? Now, can we get some encouragement? I need it right here, folks. What do you say? Last time I'll ask for it. She's in for 90. 100,000. This is a $100,000 package. You know it is. This is the moment we're going to make in honor of, what's that number? Hsieh, is that 100?
100.
100 is the number in honor of 100 years. And this room will go absolutely bananas for your heroic efforts right now. Could we see a bid of 100,000? We're thinking about it right now. He's on the phone with an art appraiser. He knows it's a good opportunity. Just put that paddle in the air at 100, and we're taking it home. And there it is, $100,000 in honor of 100 years. It's symbolic and historic. Do I see 110? She's out. 100,000 is the bid, selling once. Fair warning, 100,000 selling twice. And in honor of 100 years, sold right there at paddle 6, 3, 5. $100,000, my friends. Here we go. Back to the jewelry. Thank you. sorry. Okay, thank you. And back with us, here we go. The ultimate. Rosalind is back with us again. Rosalind, thank you for joining us on stage again. The first one to bid, Rosalind wants this. Okay, if you're wondering, she's intimate with these earrings right now. She's holding them in her hand. You have to be the one to seize them from her clutches, and it all benefits China Institute, folks. Tiffany Hardware large link earrings, 18 karat gold, rose gold, I should say, with pave diamonds, 1.18 carats of pave diamond. This, and you get on top of that. Shh. Oh, it's rose gold. Rose gold. Yep. Rose gold. Yes. Shh. Friends, thank you. I was just getting an update on something. You're also, you and 3 friends, so party of 4, are going to have a private tour of Tiffany & Company on Fifth Avenue Landmark. And then after that, the 4 of you are going to have lunch at Danielle Belud's gorgeous Blue Box Cafe, which you cannot get a reservation for. Try it right now. All of this can be yours. We have an opening bid of $10,000. Who's in for $11,000 right now for this fabulous package? 11 is the bid right now. We have 11,000 right back there. Thank you. Now 12,000. 12 is the bid we need right now. Are you back? 12,000 it is. Rosalind, 13,000. Rosalind says 12,000. Yes. 13. 14,000 it is right there. 14 it is now. 15,000. 15. Rosalind, can I raise your paddle one more time for you? Yes. 15 it is. 16,000 right there. You against Rosalind. 16 is the bid in the back of the room. Looking for 17,000. Rosalind, are you back? No. 16. $17,000 right there. How about 18 in the back of the room, my friend? Come back to us with a bid of 18,000. He's out. 17 is the bid. Rosalind, one more time at 18,000. There's 18 right there. Thank you. Now 20,000. She's back at 20. Now 22,000. 20 is the bid. 22. Now 24,000. The private tour at Tiffany's. We got the private tour. 22,000. $24,000, my friend. We've got 22,000 here. 24. 26,000. She's out. 24,000 is the bid. He's in for 20. Let's call it 25,000. 25 it is. 25,000, my friend right there in the center of the room. Selling once. She's out. If I do not see an advance of 26, 25,000 selling twice. And at 25,000, Rosalind's out. Sold right there, 25,000. Raise that. Oh, we got a spotter right there. What's that paddle number again? I think it was 587. Let's hear it. No, yours was 587. Sorry. There he is. We have our volunteers right there on the scene. Let's hear it for Rosalind, not just Miss China, but bidding with her own paddle on this to support China Institute. Give her a round of applause. I love it. Moving right along. Here we go. Another beautiful piece of art. It's coming up this way, I believe. Shh, shh. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Shh, shh. Okay. This is The Artist by Hsieh. Friends, this is 100 centimeters by 160 centimeters. You'll see it come up here in a second. It is a stunning, one-of-a-kind, mixed media piece. This is acrylic on canvas. There it is. I mean, that's practically actual size if you saw it over there. If someone could bring it up here, we're going to move this quickly. We're moving on with the program. But folks, shh. This is The Infinite Tao is the name of this piece. Watertown series in a major project initiated by I'm thinking of our liquor from before. I could use some too. From Bai Shui back in 2023. And of course, it's visual impressions. Water is the inspiration. Opening bid for this one-of-a-kind piece. Who's in for $15,000 to take this home? 15 is the opening bid we need right now. $15,000 for a one-of-a-kind mixed media piece. If it's possible to bring the item up to the stage. Kev, I may help you. I may ask you to flex those big biceps and bring that up here. 15 is the bid right here. You are outbidding Hsieh Khan right now. 15 is the bid right now. Who's in for $16,000? $15,000 once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to take home this beautiful piece of art and benefit China Institute. I've got a $15,000 bid right now. We were looking for $16,000 somewhere in the room. No, they're bringing dessert out. Now the waiters are bringing out dessert. 15 is the bid. Do I see 16? Friends, we're moving along here. We got a lightning round on this item. If I do not see, the value of this is well over $20,000. I don't believe we have it here, but it's not on its way up. 15 is the bid right now, but I don't see 16,000 anywhere in the room. 15 is the bid right now, selling once for a one-of-a-kind mixed media gorgeous piece. $20,000 is the bid. Let's hear it for her right now. She's outbidding herself. This is what philanthropy is about. This is what your Care for China Institute is about. If I don't see 25,000, it's 20,000. Selling once. 20,000. Selling twice. Sold right here at 20,000 to an anonymous bidder. Anonymous sale right here at 20,000. Let's hear it for Miss Anonymous. And now we're moving along. Here we go. We've got another incredible. This is, shh. Friends, we are almost there, I promise you. I'll be as happy as you. Can we bring up, Everyone is talking about Mahjong right now. Everyone. It is everywhere. I have an event tomorrow night on Long Island, Boys and Girls Club. They're like, we have a great Mahjong experience. Everybody wants Mahjong. So let me get to the highlights of this. Hermes takes Mahjong to a different couture bespoke level because you have the Hermes Macau Mahjong game. It's going to transform the centuries-old game into an elegant art piece. You've got natural mahogany, solid box, this beautiful box, and then inside is the Epsom calf skin and 144 engraved sycamore maple tiles. On top of this, you're going to want to hear this next part. You're not only going to get this Mahjong set, but you're going to be invited to the home of Anla Chang, who is going to invite you to her 5th Avenue apartment overlooking. Anla, where are you? She's table 8. She's right here. We are going to go to her home. She's going to invite like 4 people to come over. We need people all around the board, right? So about 4 people come over. We're going to have some refreshments. Sound good? She's going to make Mahjong-style food. Yes, to go with the game. 5th Avenue apartment. Friends, this is an unbelievable, historic apartment. All of this is yours. Who's in for the Hermes Mahjong set and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go to Anla's home? She's opening the doors. She's like, a stranger could win this, but that's how much she cares about China Institute. We're not even going to do a background check on you. Who's in for $15,000? 15 it is. Let's go to $20,000 on this. $20,000. I've got $15,000 right now, looking for $20,000 for this once-in-a-lifetime experience. You're going to go to her home. Mutually agreed upon date. We will take $18,000 right now for this. I've got a $15,000 bid, looking for $18,000 right now. Keep an eye. The value of this. I mean, come on, friends. This is unbelievable. It is right backstage with us. The beautiful. Can you help me with that Hermes box? Just bring that on stage. Can someone just bring that Hermes box on stage? Please, thank you. You got to see the box, because the box is half the gift, right? We've got a bid of $15,000 right now, looking for $18,000. Thank you so much, Amla, for this. $15,000 to my friend who's very excited and thinking about Mahjong right now. Selling once, $15,000. We started this one high. Selling twice. He hit the bid at $15,000. Fair warning, this is sold to my friend right there. What is your paddle number? Paddle 701. Let's hear it for Amla. This is an amazing package. We're almost there, folks. We've done it. We've almost got there. Now, stay with me for a few more moments. I really appreciate it. We've got another beautiful 4-panel ink painting on paper. This is a folding screen set. You saw it in the cocktail hour around there. Hopefully someone is going to bring it up here on stage so we can see it. Yes. Just so you know, the artist Tao Jun has been compared to Willem de Kooning, one of the greatest artists out there. Hopefully that piece is going to come on stage, but you see it here. It is here with us tonight. It is a stunning 58 by 3 inches wide, 27.5 inches high. A rare opportunity to get this. His work's been seen around the world and locally here at Yale, at the Met, everywhere. Who's in? We need a big bid on this one. I'm looking for an opening bid of $75,000 for a once-in-a-lifetime collector's piece right now. $75,000 is the bid. Now looking for $80,000. 80 is the bid now. 85,000, my friend. Excuse me, coming through here. Now we need a bid of $85,000. Come back to us one time. Friends, if you could take your seats. I know it's been a long program. 85, one more time. Can we have some encouragement for her right here? She's very excited about this. What do you say? One more time at 85. I think it could be yours. Can we get some encouragement? I hear a lot of yeses. And there it is at 85,000. Do I see 90,000? 90,000 right there at 90,000. Now $100,000. It's a one of a kind. We got 90,000 at that table right there. Keep an eye on them. I will take 90. 95 sound a little better. Save you 5,000. We've got a $90,000 bid. Shh. Friends. 90,000 is right over here on this side. It's very hard to see. 95,000 it is. Do I have $100,000 for this piece? You loved it at 90. I have to go up high because everybody's standing. Do I have 100,000? Can we get some encouragement right there? Put the paddle high in the air for $100,000. I'd hate to leave it at 95. This is an opportunity that's going once. Do I see $100,000? You were very excited a second ago. Can't let this slide away. Do we see another bid in the room? I have 95,000 right here. Do I see 100,000? Put the paddle high in the air for China Institute again. A 100-year ceremonial gift for a piece of art that's worth well over 100,000 and will continue to increase. Past performance, not indicative of future results. Last call. I'd hate to leave it here. I'll tell you what. If I give this to you guys at 100,000, can we say sold? Is that fair? At 100,000? She says yes. It is sold right here at $100,000 in honor of 100 years of China Institute. Friends, thank you. I know it's an exciting night, but if you could please take your seats. If you could please take your seats, friends. Wow, what a party. What a night. I got one last thing to go through. You guys are a spirited crowd. Here it is. Shh. Thank you, friends. If you could please take your seats. We'll give you a break momentarily, and we'll continue on with our program. We have so much to get to tonight, so much history. My final item here tonight is this Jeff Koons diamond piece that's going to come back on the stage. I believe this time we're going to have it. Now, shh. Thank you, friends. Once again, if you would please take your seats. Thank you.
我们只有2个就没有了，只有2个 auction 就没有了啊！我请你们坐下来好吗？请你们坐下来可以吗 ？OK。你们可以坐下来吗？ Okay.
Friends,
okay.
Hsieh has something to say. Please give her your undivided attention.
No. You have something to say. We have an amazing auction coming up right now. I do know that there are people who really like this auction. Please sit down, please. This is a very special auction. I'm sorry, I'm taking over a little bit. We are 100 years old, right? There's another extremely important brand name, which is also 100 years old. We are Chinese Institute family. This is the Ferragamo family that is giving us a very special trip. This is a trip for us to enjoy their hospitality. Maybe you can continue?
Thank you very much, Hsieh. You set it up, celebrating 100 years of Ferragamo and 100 years of us. You're going to start in Milan with a stay at the Portrait Milano, Ferragamo's breathtaking 5-star hotel. Then you have cultural experiences, dining, and rare access to the Ferragamo universe, including the Ferragamo Museum, behind-the-scenes moments. Then to Florence and Tuscany. What? Yes, where that includes the magical Il Boro, the Ferragamo's family medieval village, and their winery, and they restored the entire village. It includes luxury accommodations, curated experiences, your meals, your transportation, wine tasting, and the warm hospitality and the insider's look at the world of Ferragamo. Who's in for this one? Hey, I wouldn't mind going myself for $25,000 or $30,000. The next bid is $35,000. 35 it is now. 40,000. 40 is the bid now. 45 right here. 50,000 is the bid. 55,000 to you one more time. She's in at 55 now. 60,000. 55 is the bid. Looking for $60,000. Let's go, folks. Ferragamo, 100 years. What an opportunity. 55,000 is the bid. Looking for 60,000. Where did those bidders just go? 55. The value of this, first of all, is priceless. You're not getting it. It is well over 60+ thousand. 55,000 to my friend right here. Do I see 60,000 anywhere in the room? I'd hate to leave it here at $55,000. This is for 4 people. Split it 4 ways.
4 people,
yeah.
All the food, lodging, transportation, all of it. And we are the guests of Ferragamo family.
We've got a $55,000 bid looking for 60, just 15,000 apiece for a once-in-a-lifetime trip behind the scenes at Ferragamo in Italy. Not at the Ferragamo store on 5th Avenue. We're taking you to Milan. We're taking you to Tuscany. We're going to their winery, the medieval villages. 55,000, and my friend right here is very excited. They're selling once. 55,000 twice. Fair warning at 55. This is sold right there at $55,000.
Great
She's
buy,
paddle 713.
Yeah.
Now, as I was saying, I have one final item.
One final item. This is
very special item. Hsieh, tell us about the diamond.
Very special. You know the most important artist in this country? His name is Jeff Koons. You guys know that? His dog is sold for $91 million in auction. Do you remember? And
at Christie's. Yeah.
This is Jeff Koons. Jeff Koons gave us a very special gift. It's called the Red Diamond. You know, he won't even let me touch this. This guy. Okay, I move it around because it's called the Red Diamond, and it's one of his signature pieces. And he's donated to us for our centennial. And also there's a box that comes with it too, right? And the box itself, he signed it. He signed a box for us. And then on top of which, you know that it's impossible for you to go to see Jeff Koons' atelier, right? It's impossible for you to see it. But he has generously donated a special trip for 10 people to go to his studio to see his workshop, which is amazing. I've never heard him do that before. So this is a specially signed piece by Jeff Koons. So you take over.
Thank you. Yes, a behind-the-scenes tour at his studio for 10. That is where the magic happens. That's where the think tank is. He doesn't want anybody seeing that. He's going to say, please put the phones down. These are all my concepts. You're there with 10 friends. And you get to, is that, how heavy is this one? It's lighter. It's like she spoke up. She goes, this one's light. And he's got it. So, friends, this is a limited edition piece. It is 12.5 by 5.5 by 12.58 inches all the way around. Comes with a limited edition box. Can you lift it up like the Lion King, baby? And there we go, to really see that. you're going to get a one-of-a-kind piece, and it is in honor, and he made this here just for us tonight. Who's in for this one-of-a-kind piece for $80,000? What a bargain right now when his pieces sell for $91 million. The rabbit that was, and the balloon dog was $58 million. So between those two pieces, $159 million between two pieces. And you can have one right now for $80,000. That's like telling you I have Bitcoin for you right now at $3. Yeah? You see what I'm saying? Even less. $80,000 for the Jeff Koons. This is my final item I'm offering tonight. Who's in for an opening bid of $80,000? What a bargain, a one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to take home a Jeff Koons. And if you go down the street to Christie's, you go uptown to Sotheby's, you're going to pay 40x that amount. $80,000 is the bid right here. Thank you. Let's go $85,000. We're going up at $5,000 increments, looking for $85,000. It would be great if we had another $100,000 item in honor of 100 years. I've got $80,000, looking for $85,000 anywhere in the room. $80,000 is the bid right now. If I do not see, we're going to have to close this out, folks. I'm out of time. Selling once, and look how excited he is. He knows it's a deal. Selling twice. Fair warning at $80,000, a priceless Jeff Koons piece. $85,000 last second. $90,000. 90 it is now, 95. Let's do another 100 piece. $95,000, my friend. Still a bargain, and you have the bragging rights that you outbid him. Oh, you love that. Can I get that paddle in the air one more time at $95,000? This is it, the final moment for glory. You can make it happen. Can we get some encouragement? Everybody in the room now, put your hands together for that guy. Are you in? Okay. We have to wrap this up. I'd hate to see you lose this for just, it's like...
Okay. Wrap it up.
There we go. 90,000 selling once. I'm wrapping it up. 95, he's in. 100,000. 100,000. Do I have 105? If not, 100,000 selling once. You heard Hsieh. Wrap it up, Tully, selling twice. And at 100,000, this piece is sold right here. 100,000 in honor of 100 years. Outstanding, folks.
Congratulations. We're done for auction at this point. There's another auction later on, but it's only cash auction. May I please say something that I forgot to say? I forgot to tell you something very interesting. Because the mayor, Mandani, I forgot to read it to you. He says, I hereby proclaim Thursday, May 28, 2026, in the city of New York as China Institute of America Day. I am very, very happy to also recognize with us an old friend of ours, the former mayor, Eric Adams. Can you stand up for a minute? Eric Adams, welcome, Mayor. So now I think I'm finished for now. I'm finished for now.
All right, let's give a round of applause to Patrick Tully. Thank you so much, Patrick, for the auction. We raised so much money for China Institute this evening. That's really wonderful. Hsieh, there is another auction Hsieh is telling us. But Hsieh, if I didn't buy that Jeff Koons myself, I was going to propose to you with it. I could have sang you songs. We had lots of things we could have done. All right, folks. We have a very, very special performance for you this evening. It is my immense honor to introduce a living legend of the Peking opera stage who follows in the line of a figure who is so important to history itself and the history of China Institute that a whole exhibition is devoted to his legacy, Mei Lanfang. Now, the show, The Dancing Goddess, is on view at the China Institute in their gallery through July 12th. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, if you just take a seat. We have a wonderful performance for you this evening. This is something you definitely don't want to miss. Have a seat. I know. The Peking Opera is really special. But please, welcome to the stage a living national treasure of China's intangible cultural heritage, Master Hu Wenge. 谢谢，谢谢。Bravo, indeed. One more time, a round of applause for Master. All right, I know we're well fed now. Dessert course is around the corner, but we have a couple more things to do this evening. That was absolutely stunning. That is history right there. That is something the China Institute can bring to you right here in New York City, Beijing's absolute finest. And now, I'd like to welcome back to the stage our gala chair, Hsieh Khan, and also China Institute trustee, Goretti Lo Louis.
Hi. I want.
I don't want to step on you.
Don't worry. Ming, Eva. They're wonderful, wonderful friends of mine. And I want you to, first of all, meet our dear, wonderful board member, Goretti. Eva, come up. I want them to see how beautiful you are. And Ming. Eva is one of my dearest girlfriends. And I know I am only one of many because Eva is so loved, and so generous, and so good to her friends. She is beautiful, elegant, great fun, and also a woman of real substance. While her husband Ming is truly brilliant, Eva shines entirely in her own right, and her own vision, her own friendships, and her own very significant impact. She is the co-founder of the Hsieh Family Foundation, which has contributed millions and millions to education, science, medicine, the arts, and East-West cultural exchange. She's a major, did you hear? Shh. She is a major supporter of scientific research. You can ask anybody here. And innovation, and a passionate champion of contemporary artists. And she has a truly impressive art collection.
Fantastic. And now for Mr. Ming Hsieh. He is a remarkable entrepreneur, engineer, inventor, and philanthropist. Born in China and educated at USC, he built his career at the intersection of technology, science, and real-world impact. He founded Cogent, which became a global leader in biometric identification system used in more than 60 countries. Today, he is chairman, president, and CEO of Fulgent Genetics, a leading company in genetic testing, oncology services, and precision medicine. Mr. Hsieh has been elected to the National Academy of Engineering and named a fellow of the National Academy of Inventors. He is also a trustee of USC and Fudan University in Shanghai, and a recipient of the Ellis Island Medal of Honor. Here is a video about Mr. Hsieh.
Ming Hsieh. A graduate of the University of Southern California, Mr. Hsieh earned multiple degrees in electrical engineering. In 1990, he co-founded Cogent Systems Incorporated, a pioneering security firm that became a top manufacturer of automated fingerprint identification systems. Under Mr. Hsieh's leadership as chairman and CEO, Cogent Incorporated became the worldwide leader, providing service to law enforcement, military, commercial enterprises, and other government agencies. Their innovations in hardware and software design for the security industry have remained unparalleled. Currently, Ming Hsieh serves as chairman, CEO, and co-founder of Fulgent Therapeutics, a firm dedicated to cancer research and pharmaceutical development. Eva Hsieh is a visionary entrepreneur and philanthropist. She is the co-founder of the Hsieh Family Foundation. With the great passion for art and the willingness to help the new generation, Ava Hsieh is a patron of the Huntington Library, MoCA, and the Getty Museum. She has been supportive of young, emerging contemporary artists around the world, integrating the cultural exchange between the East and the West. As philanthropist, Ming and Eva Hsieh has donated close to $100 million since 2005 to support various high schools and universities in research.
He's extremely philanthropic. A lot of people have money and willing to give, but it takes a lot for someone to be willing to step up and be visible, to set example that, you know what, Asian Americans, Chinese Americans also can be just as philanthropic. And I think that's very inspiring.
Mr. Hsieh's philanthropy has also extended to the arts.
Ming was one of our most generous patrons. It's fascinating that someone whose creativity is in engineering is so interested as well in creativity in the fine arts. He has a natural sympathy for artists and creative people. He's a great patron and a great person.
Ming Hsieh is a testament to the power of giving back to the community. His generosity and genuine compassion for those in need make him a unique figure in philanthropic circles. Beyond entrepreneurship and innovation, Ming has long believed in the importance of history, education, and cultural understanding. Together with Ava Hsieh, he supported the China Pavilion at the Nixon Library, together with Dr. Henry Kissinger and Rupert Murdoch, an exhibition dedicated to President Nixon's historic 1972 visit to China, known as the Week That Changed the World. For Ming, this history is deeply personal. He has often expressed gratitude for President Nixon's vision and courage, which opened new possibilities for dialogue, education, and cooperation between the United States and China. For Ming and Ava, supporting the China Pavilion was a way to honor that legacy and preserve an important chapter of history for future generations. At a time when U.S.-China relations remain one of the most important relationships in the world, their support reflects a lasting belief that dialogue, mutual respect, and cultural understanding are essential to building a better future.
Thank you. Thank you. I think we need photo ops. You can come over here, photo ops.
Good evening. Distinguished guests, friends, colleagues. First of all, I would like to use this opportunity to congratulate all those successive bidders who won today's auction and supporting the China Institute for the 100 years of Centennial events. So thank you very much for your generosity and open your wallet to support this Centennial events. Even I deeply honored and humbled to receive this recognition during the Centennial celebration of China Institute in America. We would like first to express our deepest gratitude to Hsieh Kan, George Ge, Ken Swick, Board of Trustees, and everyone at the China Institute for this extraordinary honor. I would like to also extend our heartfelt congratulations to tonight's distinguished honorees, including the Nixon family, Chris Cox, Chris obviously here, I'm also very proud to be the board member of Nixon Foundation. So thank you, Chris. And the Bush family, Rockefeller family, Honorable Hsieh Tung, Professor Kai Li, are you here, Professor Kai? And Professor Chee. To be recognized alongside of such extraordinary individuals and the families is profoundly meaningful for us. Their contributions have helped shaping the diplomacy, science, education, innovation, philosophy, and cultural understanding throughout the world.
尊敬的来宾、朋友们、同事们，在这里我们非常荣幸，也深感谦卑，能够在美国华美协进会100年庆典这一重要的历史时刻，获得这份殊荣。首先，我们敬宇熙女士、董事会成员以及美国华美协进会的所有同仁，致以最诚挚的感谢。感谢你们给予我们这份非凡的荣誉。同时，我们也向今晚所有杰出的获奖者致以最衷心的祝福，包括尼克松家族、布什家族、洛克菲勒家族、董建华先生、李凯教授及崔毅教授。能够在这与这些卓越的个人与家庭一同获得表彰，对我们而言意义非凡。他们的贡献深刻地影响了外交、科学、教育、创新、慈善事业以及世界不同文化之间的理解与交流。他们同时也激励我们永远前行，与华美协进社共同走进下一个100年。谢谢大家。
Now finally we got someone who speaks Chinese. And by the way, since we have a lot of scientists or engineers in the room, currently if you talk about the digital token, the Chinese language is one of the most efficient way to to search a subject because it consumes less electricity. But tonight is not simply a gala. It is a celebration of one of the 100 years of building bridge between the culture and the people. For a century, China Institute has represented a powerful and enduring belief that civilization can be better understand one another not only through the politics, economics, but also through education, culture, scholarship, art, and most importantly, human relationships. That belief was reflected in the historical opening between the United States and China in 1972. Like many people around the world, Ivan and I deeply admire President Nixon's vision and courage, along with Dr. Kinster's extraordinary diplomatic wisdom, which made it possible that historians have called the week that changed the world. Although the United States and China have different political systems and cultural traditions, that historical opening demonstrated that our shared interests and common humanity are far greater than our differences. It created a foundation for dialogue, education exchange, economic collaboration, and mutual understanding that benefited not only both nations, but the entire world. Like many people in this room, that opening also changed the course of our lives. For many years ago, Ivan and I came to America with a dream, determination, and deep gratitude for the opportunities this country provided to us. Along our journey, we learned something very, very important. Technology may connect networks, but the culture connects hearts. Innovation might create industries, but the education and compassion create the long-lasting human progress. To express our appreciation for the extraordinary legacy, Eva and I were honored to join Dr. Kissinger and Robert Murdoch in supporting the endorsing the China exhibit hall at the President Nixon's Library and Museum, the week that changed the world. Through Family Foundation, Eva and I also be privileged to support higher education, scientific research, biomedical innovation, engineering, and cultural understanding between the East and the West. So we believe the cultural exchange is not only to be preserving history, but also inspiring imagination, empathy, hope, and humanity for future generations. At a time when the world often feels increasingly divided, organizations like China Institute remind us dialogue still matters. Mutual respect still matters. People-to-people's connections still matter. We're deeply grateful for our families, friends, mentors, colleagues, and partners who support us throughout our journey. Even I remain optimistic about the future, about the continued growth of constructive U.S.-China relationship through greater understanding, respect, connection between our people. I believe the next generation, when empowered with education, opportunity, creativity, and compassion, can accomplish extraordinary impacts, helping to build a more peaceful and hopeful world and carry forward the spirits of cooperation and culture exchange into the next centennial. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you so much. All right, everyone. I have a secret. I need everybody to just quiet down really quickly. I need a favor from you all. I need a very important favor. I just spoke to our next speaker. He happens to be my favorite person who is speaking tonight. I asked him how he feels about speaking, and he said he's very, very nervous. Very nervous. So I would love you all to give him his undivided attention to help ease the nerves. I think he's not nervous. I think he's quite confident. I think he's a wonderful speaker. To introduce him, please welcome back Pat Tully.
Yes, please welcome the aforementioned right there. This is the one and only my friend Kai Dahl. Say hi to Kai. Kai, how old are you?
I'm 9.
9, and you're on stage on 42nd Street in Manhattan. Not so bad. Now, Kai has a message for all of you, and we do need your undivided attention for this 9-year-old superstar. Kai, take it away.
Good evening, everyone. Did you know that China Institute has over 50 educational classes each month, such as language, art, music, food, and other fun stuff? I'm sure in the next 100 years, there'll be even more classes. And do you know who will benefit the most?
Does anyone know who will benefit the most? You seem to know. Us? Who said us? She said us.
Kind of, yeah. Me and my generation. So thank you, all of you, for helping us. Please.
What's in your pocket there? Drum roll, please.
Donate. Donate.
There it is. Let's hear it for Kai. So now it is time to donate, folks. I don't have any more once-in-a-lifetime trips to go to Japan. Kai, you want to hang out for a second here and help me get these people get their paddles in the air? I don't have any more Hermes Mahjong tiles, but I have the opportunity for you to support the next generation. So who will step up right now? And I'd love if we could raise $100,000 right now with gifts of $25,000 for China Institute. Put your paddle high in the air. Thank you, paddle 753 in the back of the room. Let's hear it for 753. Here we go. Let's go. We need 3 more friends right now at 25. Thank you, paddle 3, 1, 2 in the far corner by the screen. 25,000. That is $50,000. Kai, you're inspiring these folks right now. You're making this happen. Who else is with me? 2 more gifts at 25,000. And I believe, Melissa, we have a slide because we have a gift offering from our friends. Yes, we have. I'm just hearing this in my ear right now. We've got Mao Tai wine available as well from our friends at Diamond Hong for everybody who donates over $1,000. Paddle 323 is in for 25,000. Thank you, 323. You didn't win that item before, but this is more. 1 more gift gets us to 100,000. Kai, you've inspired these folks. As you said, it benefits this generation to keep that culture going another 100 years. This is the moment. And 1 more gift at 25,000 gets us to 100,000 in honor of 100 years. And there's a lot of ways we can get there as well, right? Yeah, he says yes. How about this? How about we see, let me see a big round of gifts at $10,000 right now. Put your paddle high in the air for a gift of $10,000. Thank you, paddle 554, right to my right. Kai, you've inspired them once again. There it is. Thank you, 554. That's $85,000 we've raised. Who else is with me for a $10,000 gift? 2 more gifts of $10,000. Get us over 100,000 right now. Do this for 100 years. Donate is the word. This is what it's about. It's happening right here live. Who else is with me for a gift of $10,000? You guys have been unbelievable tonight. We're going to get, thank you, paddle 6, 20,000? She's in for 20,000, paddle 661. Kai, thank you. You just got her, you inspired her for a gift of 20,000. We are now at a $105,000 and climbing. Let me see, 5 more friends give it $5,000 to get us to 130,000. Thank you, 593, right there. Thank you in the center of the room. We see you there to my friend. 593, there's one. 594, right next to you. Thank you. He just threw in a little elbow there. That's 2 gifts. Looking for, that's 115,000 we've raised. Looking for 3 more generous friends right now. Thank you, paddle 425. I need a smile. Thank you, there it is. We'll take that 5,000 now. Now it's 120,000. 1 more gift gets us to 125. I see the waiters are doing this all over the room. Everything is happening. Who else is with me here? 1 more gift of 5,000 gets us to 125,000 for our fabulous programs every day. 50 different programs that Kai was telling you about, all these classes, and we could send students to China, which we talked about last fall. This is the opportunity. Let me see $2,500 right now. And again, everyone who gives at 1,000 or more is going to be able to go into the bar room to get that Mao Tai wine, courtesy of our friends from Diamond Hong. Thank you, 597 for 2,500. Let's go. 3 more gifts. Get us another 10,000. 754 as well in for 2,500. And look how excited number 703 is to give. That is 3. I need 1 more very generous friend right now to help us reach another 10,000 at this level. Come on, folks. That's be 135,000. And thank you to the very happy paddle 704 who just could not wait to get us there. That's 135,000. Now, let me see a rousing round of gifts of $1,000. $1,000 right now. 10 more, maybe 20. 299 on this side of the room. 294 as well. 615 right here. Our volunteers are going to be rolling to you. Keep those paddles in the air even if I call your name. 460. That's 4 on this side of the room. Kai, you've done a great job. I'm looking for 6 more generous friends. Who's with me to help us raise another 10,000 right now? Thank you. 458 and 459 right there. That's 6. He's on the case. And 466 as well. That's 7 gifts at $1,000. 3 more. Thank you. Look at these 2 in the corner. 318 and 378 in the corner at the corner table. Outstanding. That is 9 and paddle 570. Let's hear it for 570. She gets us to 10 gifts. And 317 gets us to an 11th gift at $1,000. Thank you. We are on our way to 150,000 in just a moment. Who else is in? We need 5. We need 4 more gifts of 1,000 to get there. And there are so many great ways we can do it. In fact, think about this, Kai. You're good at 9-year-old math. If everybody gave $500 right now, we'd only need how many?
8.
That's right. 8 gifts of $500 right now gets us to 150, and we close this out. If you're a guest of someone, say thank you, put that paddle high in the air, and say thank you for your beautiful dinner tonight. Who's in for $500 right now? We need 8 very generous friends, or 1 incredibly generous friend at 4,000, and that gets us to 150 right now. If I see a friend that wants to top this off at 150, we're gonna wrap this up in just a moment. Right now, we're at just under 150,000, and we are out of time. Last call for gifts at $500. What a night we've had. What a generous room. 539 is in for $500. Who else? We need a few more generous hands to tick this over the top. And thank you, folks. And 763 right there is in as well. We are 3,000. And right here, number 636 and 445. There we go. We need $2,000 right now. Someone raise that paddle. You're in for 500. And that one right there, can you raise that paddle high once again? Let me see it. We got it there. I need $1,500. We're so close to 150. Wrapping it up. Will someone raise that paddle and be that hero to get us there for $1,500 in honor of Kai, in honor of this great kid? Thank you guys so much for your incredible generosity. Give yourselves a gigantic round of applause. Absolutely generous. We love you. Thank you for helping us celebrate in fashion. Kev, back to you, my friend.
Thank you so much. Let's give another round of applause to Pat Tully and my new friend, Kai. Kai's got the message right there. Donate to the China Institute. It does benefit the future. You're looking at it right there. Also, so cute. Kai, you're the best. Can I have a high five, buddy? All right. Listen, it's not too late to donate. We have volunteers all around the ballroom who's happy to take your donations this evening. All right, let me introduce now China Institute Treasurer Xiao Zheng and America's Vice Chair, Tax of Ernst & Young LLP, Martin Fiore.
Good evening. We are honored to recognize Professor Chee, a world-renowned scientist, entrepreneur, and beloved Stanford professor. He is one of today's leading innovators in nanotechnology, batteries, and sustainability. Professor's story is an inspiring personal journey from hardworking graduate student to prominence. Also a member of the U.S. National Academy of Sciences, Professor has transformed cutting-edge scientific discoveries into real-world solutions with global impact. He's a model for young scientists and business minds alike. Please join me in watching a video of Professor's outstanding work.
In the face of global climate and sustainability challenges, the world looks for pioneers who don't just see problems, but engineer solutions. Today, we honor a visionary whose work spans the atomic to the global scale, Professor Hsieh. From his base at Stanford University, Hsieh has redefined the boundaries of materials, science, and nanotechnology. Whether it's reinventing the lithium-ion battery to power a greener future, developing textiles that cool the body without energy, or creating nanotechnologies that provide clean water and pure air to millions. His innovations are the cutting edge of impact. Impact this profound does not go unnoticed. Hsieh's trophy cabinet is a map of scientific excellence. The Blavatnik National Award, the Global Energy Prize, the Lawrence Medal, and election to the National Academy of Sciences. These aren't just accolades, they are a testament to a career spent pushing the impossible into the attainable. But Hsieh knows that a breakthrough in the lab only matters if it reaches the world. As a relentless entrepreneur, he has bridged the valley of death between academia and industry. Through companies like Amprius and Enervenue, he is revolutionizing energy storage. Through Life Labs and 4C Air, he is bringing science to the clothes we wear and the air we breathe. He doesn't just sit on boards. He builds ecosystems where technology can thrive, scale, and solve real-world crises. While his inventions are legendary, Hsieh's greatest legacy might be human talents he cultivated. He has mentored over 170 PhD students and postdocs. Today, more than 100 of his academic children are professors at leading institutions across the globe. He isn't just teaching chemistry or physics. He is teaching a new generation how to think, how to lead, and how to change the world. The Hsieh Lab isn't just a room at Stanford, it's a global network of excellence. Beyond the lab and the boardroom, Hsieh serves the global community. As the director of the Precourt Institute for Energy and the Sustainability Accelerator, he has been shaping the very future of how humanity interacts with the planet. His leadership extends to the Asian American Scholar Forum, AASF, where he magnifies the exceptional leadership and groundbreaking contributions of Asian Americans in technology, research, and industry. From directing the Aqueous Battery Consortium and the Battery 500 Consortium to his role as executive editor of Nanoletters, Hsieh is a tireless advocate for the scientific community, ensuring that the infrastructure of discovery remains strong for all. Innovator, entrepreneur, mentor, leader. For your unwavering commitment to a sustainable and brilliant future, we are proud to present this award to Professor Hsieh. Your impact is truly limitless.
Good evening, New York. Well, congratulations, China Institute, 100 years. Guess what? I have a very special feeling. This year, I turned half a century young. China Institute just turned 1 century young. I feel like this is a birthday gift to me, giving me this award. It's truly a great honor tonight. Let me share with you a very strong feeling. I arrived yesterday. I gave a lecture in China Institute. This morning, I woke up. I feel the power of China Institute. My startup company stock price grew by 25%. One day, I don't know how you do it. I'm going to stay here tomorrow. Please use your power again tomorrow. If tomorrow it keeps working, I'm going to come to New York once a month at least. Keep going, China Institute. After 100 years, I think you have infinite amount of power to make great things happen. look at the legacy of the past 100 years, look at the people you have, and remember, I was a student. I grew up in China. I was a student in China. I look at some of the people you have right here. Hsieh, you are a hero to me when I was a little until today. I look at who is in the board. Yang Lan is my idol as well, and my wife's idol. You have so many amazing people. That's why you are so successful. Yesterday is true testimony. George, congratulations, 3 years serving as president. Now you found Jin. Jin, your work just started. So it's going to be very exciting for the next, I don't know how many years. So at this moment, let me share with you one very strong feeling. I spent the first 22 years in China, growing up, finished undergrad, come to United States for study. It's been 28 years. I stayed longer in US than in China. Over the past 50 years, one message is very strong. I would like to thank the President Nixon family to help China build a relationship with the United States. I'm the beneficiary, so I can come to United States to study. This further strengthened by the Bush family, previously Rockefeller family as well. And this is truly amazing opportunity. One message is very clear. A few weeks ago at Stanford University, we have an event. I serve as a panelist. I was asked, what do we need for US and China? The message is very strong. US needs friendship with China. China needs friendship with US as well. With the friendship between these two countries, it's not only good for the two countries, it's going to be good for the whole world. And last, let me congratulate my fellow winners, and Eva and Ming sitting there, and also the next awardee, Professor Kylie, is going to come up. We work together, really working very hard to build this friendship between US and China. Thank you very much.
Don't forget the award. That's what we're here for. Okay, these next two presenters are absolute style icons in my book. Please welcome to the stage China Institute Co-Vice Chair Sophia Sheng and Trustee, the dashing Dr. Hank Wu.
大家好，吃饱了没有？好不好玩？好不好玩？ Okay, so I flew in from Hawaii with a bunch of my friends from Hawaii. So in Hawaii we say aloha. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Hank Wu, and I'm really privileged to introduce tonight's final award recipient, Professor Kylie. Now let me ask you, Sophia, how many of you have heard of AI? Yes? How many of you use AI? Okay. Dr. Lee is one of the great pioneers of modern computing. He's a renowned Princeton professor. He's a visionary whose work has shaped the foundation of today's AI revolution. Think about the importance of that. But here's the amazing thing that I learned about him. When he grew up, he did not have a formal high school education. He worked at a metals factory, and he taught himself mathematics and science. He taught himself that because he was driven by an extraordinary determination to learn and to excel. Think about the implication and significance of that. Today, he is recognized as one of the world's most influential computer scientists. As a co-founder of Data Domain, he completely transformed the concept of global data storage infrastructure. And that little company started actually sold for over $2.4 billion. But that's the least of his accomplishments. Through his groundbreaking contribution to ImageNet, along with many other leading scientists in the world, it really set the foundation for the modern era of artificial intelligence. And together with Dr. Cui, that we just honored, he's also a co-founder of the Asian American Scholar Forum. So I would say his life is the most powerful testament to the limitless potential of the human spirit. Dr. Kylie, where are you?
Good evening. Well, I want to just say a few things. One is, this is a wonderful honor, obviously. I'm deeply grateful for China Institute for inviting me to be part of this centennial celebration. And it's amazing to be recognized together with Nixon family, Bush Foundation, Rockefeller Foundation. Eva and Ming are good friends, and my friend Hsieh. Special thanks to Hsieh and George and the entire board. And for the honor, also for the amazing work the China Institute have done for 100 years. I think very few organizations would be able to say they spent a century building understanding between culture, education, and across the Pacific. So, happy birthday, the China Institute. Receiving this award made me feel especially meaningful because my life journey would be unimaginable without the connection between China and America. I think as the introduction mentioned, I grew up in China during Cultural Revolution, and I had no high school education. When I was 12, my home was raided twice by Red Guards because my father was a professor. And when I was 16, I went to factory to work. So I think if anyone, if someone asked the teenager version of me, I would become a professor at Princeton or build a company or even come here to receive this award in New York City, I would have to say you clearly have the wrong person. I think what have changed my life is the US and China indeed had a connection because of Nixon, because many people who have built the bridges. And I also want to especially thank my English teacher, Mary Van der Water. When I was in graduate school, I didn't know how to apply to graduate school in the US. In fact, I have no money to pay application fee, not just tuition. And Mary carried a suitcase of applications, one from each student, to visit her mother in Ohio State. And her mother wrote a check for each application and mailed them in the post office. That was how some of the first group of people coming to the US after the Cultural Revolution. So looking back, it's amazing to think that the future of many Chinese American scientists depend on one suitcase and one very generous mother in Ohio. So I think I have the fortunate to, like Hsieh, had the opportunity to make some contribution to science engineering. But I think the most important lesson I learned was talent is universal, but opportunity is not. So, so that's the belief drove me and many other people, including Hsieh, also my friend Yasheng Huang, as well as quite a few other people to form the Asian American Scholar Forum when the scientists were under harmful, unjust investigations. And we united together to advocate our rights at the federal and congressional level. And we also want to promote fundamental contributions by Asian Americans to show we are innovators and builders of this country. And together we can make a better environment for our future generation and to make a non-discriminatory environment for us. So, like Hsieh said, we're organizing an event in August 7th to 9th on Stanford campus. We'll have our event again, and we want to invite all of you to attend. Thank you. And I also want to say every accomplishment by ASF was a true collective effort. So this honor truly belongs to everyone in the organization. It shouldn't belong to me. And I want to thank all of you, and not only for this honor, but also the belief in education opportunities and human connections. So it's also very special tonight because my wife is here, and she always supports all the nonprofit work I have been doing to help the community. And finally, I want to say that I want to thank you for all to prove that someone without high school education can still get invited to the Centennial Gala, and as long as there's no diploma check at the door. Thank you.
Let's hear it one more time for all our honorees this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long night. I'm so glad you stuck around. Let us welcome back to our stage our gala chair, Hsieh Khan, and China Institute trustee, Lan Yang.
Okay. Anybody who knows who Yang Lan is, please say hi. That means 100% knows who Yang Lan is. Okay, Yang Lan, thank you for coming all the way from Beijing. We have 40 years of friendship, and I'm so happy we're making history again.
Well, I'm so impressed by your tireless efforts and so many details particularly paid attention to. And ladies and gentlemen, let's give another big round of applause just for Hsieh, for her, for such an effort. And also, I have to say that in my career, I looked up to Hsieh as my role model, who has been a pioneer as a women professional in the industry of media, and then in business. I remember I watched your show and wondering how fulfilling the life would be if I could also go around the world and tell the stories about people and cultures, and that ended up to be much of my career work too. And I owe Hsieh great gratitude on the personal level.
Yeah, tell them.
I met my husband Bruno at Hsieh's place 31 years ago. And here he is, and our children.
Hello, husband. Hello, children. I see you I watch you guys grow up. That may be my greatest matchmaking achievement. When I look around this room, don't you think this room is gorgeous? Don't you think people really look beautiful tonight? And I have never seen a Chinese group looking so beautiful. And we come to celebrate, of course, but I also want to ask you all to become part of China Institute's history. This is how we are doing it. Tonight, we are launching an ambitious goal to build a $50 million Centennial Endowment Fund over the next few years. So China Institute can for sure continue for another 100 years. You can help not just for with cash, because, well, cash, of course, we always welcome cash, but you can also go home and do something very interesting. When you go home tonight, come on. When you go home tonight, I want you to look around. Your home must have something like a painting in storage, a watch you will no longer wear, jewelry, stocks, and other appreciated assets, even a vacation home no one is using. Through auctions and other creative giving opportunities, we can turn something of value into something very meaningful.
Exactly, and I can almost visualize, what every one of us can continue our giving to China Institute. Maybe you have a watch or a piece of jewelry sitting in your drawer for a long time without using it. That could become a scholarship of a young talent. Maybe you have some picture in your storage room, which can be the first experience of Chinese culture for someone else. And actually, next year, I'm bringing a major exhibition of craftsmanship and modern design from China, and will sure donate some masterpiece for China Institute.
So this is not giving, this is transformation. So this QR code is all over the place. It's in your brochure as well.
That's right, to the back page of your brochure,
the last page.
There's a QR code, or you can scan the code right here, held by our Panda ambassador.
Hello, Panda. Tell us, from this QR code, tell us what you want to give to us, and we will follow up with you. And so I want you to give generously, and give very imaginatively, and give, most importantly, from your heart. Scan the code. And remember, you can be tax deductible too, right? Okay, what you give today can
live on for another generation.
So thank you very much today. Well, let's go back to the party.
Okay.
We have a great Centennial song. Let's hear it. Do we have that Centennial song ready? This is amazing. They wrote it just for tonight. Come on, get up on your feet and dance. Oh my gosh, this giant cake. All right, everyone, if you have a glass, put it up in the air. Come back. Okay. All right, on the count of 3, we're gonna say happy 100th birthday China Institute. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy 100th birthday, China Institute! Fabulous, fabulous. Toast to you all. And this celebration does not end tonight. We have so many exciting events planned throughout the centennial year. Coming up, we will present China Week at Lincoln Center in July. Then on August 2nd, we will bring China Institute to the heart of New York City with a major public concert in Central Park, where we expect more than 5,000 people to join us. Then, on September 8th, we will host our Centennial Fashion Gala. I thought we had our Centennial Fashion Gala tonight, looking at all of you. But it's featuring some of China's most celebrated designers. Style icon, Sophia.
For example, like my gown tonight, which is done by a young designer, Yinan. She's the first young Chinese designer selected by Project Runway. Anyway, so it's going to be September 8th at the Pierre Hotel. Please come support the event. And it's also part of the New York Fashion Week. It's a whole week of fashion celebration, and China Institute will be part of it. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sophia. And before you leave tonight, you will all be receiving a gift bag, including 3 special books celebrating China Institute's history and impact. These are achievements that all belong to you. So, enjoy your dessert, raise your glass one more time. Happy birthday, China Institute! Thank you so much for coming tonight. Good night and have a great evening.
China Institute, hit the beat. 100 years, still on our feet. East to west, we move as one. Century 2 has just begun. 100 years we shine. Hey, 200 and next in line. Hey, culture, friendship, future bright. The future starts tonight. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, China Institute tonight. 100 years is great. 200 will be greater. The brilliant engine robots dance. The future is here. The future starts tonight. China Institute, hit the beat. 100 years, still on our feet. East to west, we move as one. Century 2 has just begun. 100 years we shine. Hey, 200 and next in line. Hey, culture, friendship, future bright. The future starts tonight. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, China Institute tonight. 100 years is great. 200 will be greater. The brilliant engine robots dance. The future is here. The future starts tonight. still on our feet. East to west, we move as one. Century 2 has just begun. 100 years we shine. Hey, 200 and next in line. Hey, culture, friendship, future bright. The future starts tonight. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, China Institute tonight. 100 years is great. 200 will be greater. The brilliant engineer robots dance. The future